I don't know why I always got the fool with this camera. Hey, hey, hey. It's your Glamour Planner. It's Robin, your Glamour Planner. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get set up here. My camera don't want to act right. So like every time I get on here, that's when it wants to be crooked. Okay, much better. Okay, hey, hey, hey. All right, I got a lot to show y'all today. So, I sterilized all of my jars. Please believe me, I sterilized all of my jars. All my jars is ready. And I'm gonna show you some things that I've already done. Hey Diana, hi beautiful, how are you? How are you? Are you in class? So I've sterilized my jars. I'm gonna show you some I already made. We're gonna make one live today. And I'm gonna show you, I think I showed you guys the herbs that I got from Jamaica, but I'll run through those anyway. I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I got going on here. Let me see. Let me get the comments up. Give me a second, because I wanna keep an eye on the comments. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I got to get the comments up because I want to make sure I can comment and chat with you guys because this is going to be a interactive live. So let's get in here. So give me a second. Hey, 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 it's Robin. Hey to everybody that joined in the chat. Love you so much for coming in. Welcome in, welcome in. Come on in, take a seat. I hope you, I'm gonna give you some of my base ingredients. And then if you have them, let's make it together, okay? So y'all saw what I'm making. We're gonna make, September is coming, end of August, kids go back to school. And not only do kids go back to school, they interact with other kids, it becomes germ fest and your kids are coughing and sneezing and all of that's going on because they're interacting with people they haven't interacted with since the school year ended. So we want to be proactive about it. I also make this because to have on hand, I want to be proactive about my health and with everything that's going on. And my daughter, who's a teacher, I also try to make sure not only will I have one for her children, my son's children, I'm going to make one for my friend, and then I'm going to make one, a big one that I'll keep for myself that I'll have on hand. But there is a difference in the child syrup and the adult. So let me get in here because I'm going to say hello to everybody. So don't worry. We're going to do this together. Let's see. I don't want to do that. I want to go into my live. How my own iPad doesn't pull up my own live? Like, I don't get that. Like, how you don't pull up my own live? Like, my own live should come up on my iPad. That's hilarious to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to get to y'all. Don't worry. Excuse me. Also, it's allergy season. So, like I was saying, my daughter is a teacher, so she interacts with other children that come to her daycare, her school, and she have, here we go. Okay, perfect. All right, of course, I always mute it. Okay, so I'm already muted. Okay, so let's see who I did. Hey, Mike. Hey, Serena. Serena. Hey, Mona. Let's see. I got God's Desire, Serena, Mona, Mike. How you guys doing? Thank you so much. Adore you so much for coming into my live. Thank you so much, so much. Let's see. Oh, Serena, that's good. You already make elderberry syrup. That's good. That's one of the biggest ones people make for cough and colds. And I actually have some elderberry here. This is my elderberry. As you can see, I'm low on elderberries. What I was going to do, I knew I was low on elderberry, and what I was going to do was, what I meant to do is I was going to run out into the yard and take some of the leaves from my elderberry tree. I didn't get a chance to, but because what I'm making today, elderberry is not the star of the show. So if it was the star of the show, I'd be a little sad. I mean, there's literally maybe a half a cup in here. So it's more than enough to make a syrup. If I was just making elderberry syrup, a small little batch, I would be fine. But it just reminds me that I missed going to Columbus today to go and get some more elderberry. But it's always the weekend. But I definitely have to get elderberry. If you do not have elderberry in your apothecary or your kitchen, culinary, whatever reason, get you some elderberry. This is really, really good for coughs. This is really, really good for coughs, for colds, staving them off. It's really, because of its potency, you don't want to wait till you're super, super sick. You want to use elderberry as a proactive measure, okay? Because elderberry is very, very strong, and you don't want it ramping up your body with its all of its medicinal properties. You definitely want it, but you don't want to wait till you're deathly sick. You want to take it proactive, or if you start feeling a cough coming on, if you start feeling a sore throat coming on, that's what you want to do. That's when you want to take elderberry. That was funny. Oh, Mona, why? Oh, why you can pull up your live? Thanks, Sean. So elderberry, it's not the star of the show tonight, okay? But we're definitely going to use it, okay? So because this is interactive, I'm going to get everything ready. So what I need to do is I am making a large batch, as you can see, of this cough syrup. I wanted this cough syrup that we're making. If you refrigerate it, I'm going to suggest you refrigerate it. It will last you over a year. I'm going to show you. So let me show you a tincture that I made already. This was from 2003. This is a decoction. This is, actually, no, this is an infusion. This is my onions and honey. This is excellent for a sore throat. This is phenomenal, phenomenal. This is excellent for when you have a sore throat. This is simply onions, sore throat. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments as well, trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so this is onions and honey, and as you can see, is in a amber jar. You want it to be, if you don't have an amber jar, you want to make sure it's definitely in a dark, cool place. Your refrigerator is dark when it's closed. The light comes on when you open it. So it's pretty good to keep it in the refrigerator. Once you open it, you want to refrigerate it. It will last for years if it's kept in the refrigerator. If you're not the type that gets sick all the time, you have to take it once in a while, it'll definitely last you a long time. If you're like me, like you can see, I've only used a little bit of it from the top. Can y'all see that? I actually made this last year, so this is only actually a year old. So this is simply onions and honey, and I infuse it because it's definitely great for a sore throat. Definitely keep it off a cold. As you know, onions is one of my favorite vegetables. Let me see what else I have here. This one is a little bit different. This one is a ginger tincture. Because of how potent ginger is, sometimes when I have a, and this one is in vinegar. I tend to put a lot of my stuff in vinegar, especially ones that I have to take myself. Hi, Shantae G. How you doing, love? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Felicia. Afro Humphrey, how you doing, darling? Welcome to the chat. Excuse me, y'all. I think my allergies is acting up, and this is pretty much why I really, really need to make this, okay? So this one right here, this is my garlic tincture, and this is in vinegar. And again, I made this one last year. This is a tincture. A tincture will last you years, okay? Tinctures last years. Like, you can last years. I keep it in a dark amber jar. Again, you can you can strain it. You can strain it. I do have my cheesecloth because what we're going to make, I am going to strain it today. And you don't have to throw away what we use. Whatever you use to make a cough syrup, you can throw it in your garden. It still contains medicinal properties. You can throw it in as mulch, part of your garden, okay? So we are, well, again, I'm Robin, I'm your Glamour Planner, and today we're going to make a cough syrup. I'm going to show you, I'm going to make one that's for everybody, one that is for children, and then I'm going to tell you how to amp up the cough syrup for adults, adults that can handle heat, okay? I'm not going to make the heat one, only because I planned on making a generic one so that if my grands are over, they tend to have allergies a lot of stuff, so I'm going to keep it that way. I will take some out and put into a jar like this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to tell you how I amp it up for me, okay? Even though I already have garlic and I have cough syrup already, you definitely still want to have something stronger. I have fire cider, like I have tons of fire cider. Fire cider is good for boosting the immune system. And I definitely started taking it like September just to get my system ready for the winter. I don't normally get sick till the spring. Spring is when my allergies start to act up, that change of weather, and it don't really change, that type of thing. So I tend to take it ahead of time, just again to be proactive. And that's why we're making this. If you have children, if you have family that visit, they may be sick, they come to your house, we definitely want to do that. So listen, the ingredients I'm going to give you are the ones that I'm using. I'm going to give you some of their benefits, but this is not my typical herbal one where I focus on a herb and give you all of the ingredients. I'm going to ask you to do your due diligence, and you can research the things that I am using. Most of these I've already told you about. For instance, like eucalyptus. I did a video on eucalyptus, so make sure you go check that video out, okay? So go and check that video out. That way you can get more detail. I think I talked about elderberry too. But check out my playlist, and you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to see some of the videos I already did. That's why I'm not going to go too deep into depth about each herb that I use benefit. This is our herbal cough syrup. This is not just your typical cough syrup. And some of these ingredients that I'm using today, for instance, like star anise is one of the ingredients that they use to make cough syrup that you buy off of your over the counter. All your OTC, a lot of them start with star anise in it, but we're gonna make it directly from the product itself, okay? I'm gonna give you that. What I want to do is I'm going to wash my hands again because I'm coughing, and I want to wash my hands again, and I'm going to take my wristlet off. Hopefully I don't bang it. I should be good as long as I'm not rough with it. So this should be fairly easy. This shouldn't cause me too much issue. I'll take it off, okay? So I'll have here this right here. This is what I call my herbalist Bible. This is years of research, notes, and things that oh, thank you so much, Felicia. Yes, y'all, thank you. Please hit the thumbs up. Um, and we're chatting in the comments. So if you can make a cough syrup, I'm going to give you some of the ingredients, some of the base ingredients that you need. Please let me know that you're making it along with me, because that's fun. If you're interactive and you're doing this along with me, or if you plan on making it later on, after I show you some of the ingredients and things that I use, please put in that chat a thumbs up. Put that in the chat that you're gonna make it afterwards, okay? But again, this is my little Bible. This is a book that my daughter had given me, and when I tell you like notes, I have here like everything from how to make a kidney support herbal remedy, how to make let's see, my 10 best essential herb, like all different things that I keep in here. And what I did is I wanted to go in here and pull up my notes on making a cough syrup for children, because there are herbs and stuff that are better for children. Like mint is great for children. The eucalyptus that I'm going to use is great for children. I want to make sure that I don't have something that's too strong for children that they can take, okay? But I definitely want to make sure that they're getting nutrients as they should. Now, what I tend to do with mine is I also use dates, guys. I use dates to sweeten, and I'm also going to be using Jamaican sorrel, because I am making it for my majority for my grandchildren and for when they come over my house. Jamaican sorrel tastes so good. Tastes so good as a tea. It is just phenomenal, and its health benefits are phenomenal. Or hibiscus, a form of hibiscus. I'm using that, and I'm using dates. I'm using the sorrel for the taste and the color, because this color is gonna go right along with the energetics of this elderberry. Okay. And then I'll tell you what else I'm using. I'm definitely using ginger. So I'm definitely using ginger. Oh, thank you, Felicia. That's good. I'm not a pumpkin expert, so okay. So dates to sweeten, and hibiscus for its medicinal properties, and also because it tastes amazing. Okay, so let me do this. Let's chit chat in the comments. Tell me what you do as preparation for the fall and the winter. Do you use herbs? Do you go out and buy traditional medicine? What do you do to prepare your body and yourself for the changing of the season from the summer to the fall? And also, then how y'all gardens doing? How are the gardens doing? Listen, I have so many tomatoes, like it's crazy. I did a little mini video on an update on my garden. The tomatoes have taken over. The tomatoes have freaking blocked out the sun on my rose bushes, that they barely getting sun because the tomatoes have, and I thought my tomatoes were going to be done. Them tomatoes have just taken over. And they're just everywhere. I have to go out there every day, and I'm still checking since I got those first worms. There's no worms out there. Thank you, God. I caught those 3, and pray that they don't come back. What I went and did with my basil bowl, I cut the basil bowl up and I planted all around all of the tomatoes. I went around the whole garden and split that basil bowl up and split it amongst the garden. And guess what? Oh my God. So I'm talking about the garden right now. I got an eggplant. Finally. I've had that eggplant for months, y'all, for months. And finally, I have an eggplant. It's little, but it's cute, and it's mine, and I'm excited about it. So I finally got an eggplant out there. Cucumbers and the squash, still ain't seen it. I see a couple of the eggplants finally. After it's huge. The eggplant is almost as tall as me. But hey, sweet thumb, welcome in, love. How you doing? How everybody is in the chat. So I'm just talking about the garden. Ask you guys, let's chat about the garden while I'm gonna go get my water on And actually, I'm gonna bring the pot over. I'm gonna add the ingredients. We'll talk about the ingredients that I'm going to add to it, and then I will put it on, okay? I will add the water. I have filtered water already, ready to go. And I definitely, let me see, I'm gonna take this jar and I'm gonna use this to measure this quart, okay? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, quart, because these are pints. I am making, if you just joining me and you don't remember what this is about, I'm going to make cough syrup. We're gonna make a herbal cough syrup. I have these jars here because I'm going to make one for each set of my grandchildren, and then I'm going to make one for the adults, my daughter, my son, and my daughter-in-law. I'll make one for them. Actually, I need to make one for my mommy-in-law. I need to make her one so she have it, because she has the babies all the time and they constantly make her sick. Mom, Val, shout you, Rebel, I'm making you one too. Okay, so let me get the pot. We're going to do that. And then we're going to chat. So in the chat, guys, we are discussing, how's your garden going? How's gardening going? What's your garden look like right now? What's growing? And have you planted any seeds? And then I'll be right back. Let me get the pot. All right, so I apologize. I am moving a little bit slower than normal. Please bear with me with that. Oh, the chat is too tiny. Oh, yeah, that's, I hate looking at my phone for the chat. I can see your icon, but I can't, I refuse to try and read that. And actually, I don't even have on my reading glasses. These are my regular glasses that I wear, keep like glare and all of that stuff down, especially when I'm driving at night. It's horrible. So let's talk about some of the stuff that I have that I wanted to share with you before we actually start making everything, okay? So let me share with you guys what we got here. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. We have to do this first. So I have to share with you guys the tea that I'm making for myself tonight. So remember, I always share my tea. Let's get this back there. This is my pens in case I gotta write down you guys' questions, anything that you guys, anybody got any questions for me before I begin? Put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat. Okay. Please put it in the chat if you have a question for me. Okay. All right. So tonight's tea that I'm making for myself, I hope you guys have some tea. I don't have a t-shirt for today, but I do have my tea. You remember I always share like my tea, and I'll share what I got new for y'all that I'm going to do as well. This is my garlic. They say be careful where you get the garlic from. And I'm praying that this one, I got this one from a farmer's market, but you have to be careful. Although it says fresh, does not mean it's not GMO. Let's see. Y'all, let me see. I might need to change this. It says this is from China. They have instructed us not to buy garlic from China. They say a lot of it's GMO. Let's see. I think this is organic because I picked up organic. If you didn't hear me, I was saying that they say you're not supposed to buy garlic that is made in China or from China. Let's see. It's supposed to be organic garlic. I don't know if that's organic with coming from China. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little skeptical. I really am. Pray for me. We're gonna get, let me see if I got more garlic. I have the jar, but I don't want to use the jar garlic. I want to use fresh garlic. Yeah. They got me. Let's see. All right. Still. All right. Here's my cup. This is perfect. I'm getting my water. Okay. So my tea today is, let me see, here's my infuser. Let me see, y'all. Let's see. Do I need to? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking. I got so much stuff on the table, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I have what I need. So my cup is Let's Get Cozy. That's my cup today. But I have a tea bag I'm going to use. And my tea today that I am making, I am making a cough syrup. And again, Serena, this is my recipe, not yours. This is my recipe. And if I choose to put garlic in it and you don't like the ingredients, please feel free to, go find another channel that's making the cough syrup you prefer. Now, with that, I am making my cup of tea that I'm making, that I will be infusing into my cup. I'm going to use some calendula. Oh, this is ginger first. Sorry, y'all. I have some ginger. And this is the tea that I'm making for myself that I'll be sipping on while we make the cough syrup. So, how do we say our gardens is going? Aw. No, Sweet Thumb, did you get anything to grow? Mike, how's the garden going? I have some, this is what I foraged. This is red clover. I'll be adding red clover to my herbal tea that I'm making for tonight. So that's ginger and red clover. And guys, so when we get to the cough syrup, feel free to tweak it with whatever it is that you have on hand. You don't have to use my exact ingredients. I'm just showing you the ingredients that I am using. So feel free to tweak it any way that you wish. Oh, at least you got some eggplants, Shantae. At least you got some eggplants. It took forever. I had them eggplants for months and nothing. And the flowers just gorgeous. I just couldn't get them to be pollinated on that side of my garden. I made this little flower lane and I put a couple of vegetables over there, hoping that I could, you know, get some nice vegetables growing over there. And it took forever, and I'm talking about months later. Here I am now. I can say I have eggplants. Maybe they're late summer bloomers. I don't know. I didn't do my research so much on it like I should have. What I'm adding next to my cup of tea is some calendula. And I have some shepherd's purse. This is shepherd's purse. And again, with this one that I am making, I'll be able to use it multiple times. Oh, you got cream peas, tomatoes, herbs, tomato peppers. Oh, your tomatoes have flowers but not setting fruit. Oh, maybe it'll come in. I have a whole bunch of new ones. I hope so. I'm sweating, y'all. I'm going to take my glasses off for a second. Maybe because I'm standing over there. And then what I have last is because it's the evening and you guys are winding down with me is I have some chamomile. So chamomile and calendula definitely go together. Their energetics do work together. So this is my tea blend that I made with those herbs that I named. And I'm just gonna sift that in this water for a few minutes. This is some boiling water. And I'm gonna let that sit and I'm gonna move it out the way until I'm ready to add honey to it. I'm trying to do this sugar kick, y'all. I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I drink sugar drinks and things like that. I'm trying to get away from sugar as much as possible. If y'all remember my last chat, I told you how I got rid of the rice. And I ate rice like maybe once or twice. I ate it twice because I had extra left over, so I had to eat it instead of throwing it in garbage. And then I didn't go back to it. It's okay. What I was looking for, the result I was looking for, it turned out wasn't the rice. So now I'm going to cut the sugar and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to let my nice little tea sit. Let me show y'all what that look like again. This is calendula, shepherd's purse, chamomile, ginger, and that's it. And then I'll add some honey to it after I let it infuse. And you can, I don't know, you can't see. Let me see if I can be able to see this. It's already turning yellow. Can you see that in there? Okay. All right, so that's already turning yellow. Okay. Do I look crooked, y'all? I swear, me and this camera be ready to fight. All right, so let's get going. I am gonna, I hate it, but I am gonna use this garlic. Garlic is great for colds. Garlic has amazing properties. Buy organic as much as possible as you can whenever you are buying garlic. Do your best to make sure it's organic. Let's see, did I miss any? Let's see. All right. Anybody else? How's everybody else's garden going? Let's see if I missed anybody. Oh, listen. The other thing is, when you are taking these peels off of your onions or your garlic, you can put it in some water. You know the water that you use to water your garden? You can use it in that water. It will fortify that water and give your plants a little nutrient boost. Okay, so I don't throw these away because they have benefit too. They have medicinal benefits. Whoop, sorry y'all, I won't be using that one. So I'm putting the garlic in. That's one of the things that I'm using, and I am going to save these lovely peels that came off of it. Okay, I'm gonna bust this one open too. Let's see. So anybody else got any garden update? How your garden doing? Oh, herbs. You know now. You speaking my language, Felicia. She got yarrow, peppermint, spearmint, pineapple mint, sage, rosemary, thyme. Actually, we're using thyme today. We will be using thyme in our cough syrup today. And if you don't know the health benefits of thyme, please look it up. It's really, really good. Really good. And I think I spoke about it in another video before. So what I'm doing is taking all of the peeling off of the garlic. If you don't know, garlic is so good. I'm going to tell you another way that you can use garlic. So you can take garlic and you can crush it and put it on a bowl. So you would take the garlic, crush it. If you have a sick child, like maybe an infant child, and they're not, old enough to really take maybe this cough syrup. So I think the age of cough syrup is like 2 or something like that. Even probably like 4, I think. Because they always say get doctor's advice first before you give little children cough syrup. I think they make some syrups, you gotta look on it that they'll have it. So what you can do is you can take this garlic, you peel it. You want to peel it, and then you want to sit it in a saucer and place it in a room with the child overnight. And just place it in a room. It is supposed to draw out toxins from the air, draw out toxins from the child, and you can go even better. I don't know if you have an infuser. If you have an infuser, won't be using that one either. And okay, so that's good enough. That's more than enough garlic. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to say too, in my tea I use red clover for anybody that may have missed it. So how y'all doing tonight? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I'm just moving my tea out of the way. Okay. So then I have some ginger. Now, so that was just a tip for you guys. If you have like a sick child in the house, you can just take the garlic itself and you can just break it open. You want to break it open and then sit it on a dish and place it in a room. And it's supposed to draw toxins out the air for the child. Open up their airways while they're sleeping. You can even take the garlic. I told you guys about putting the onion in the child's sock. You can also do that with garlic. You can cut the garlic up and place it in their sock at the heel of their foot and put their sock back on and let them sleep with it overnight. And it's supposed to draw out toxins as well that way. So those are some bonuses for you guys. Now, I don't know if I showed you. I think I talked about it, about the herbs that I got from Jamaica. My friend had picked them up when my coworker actually, when he went to Jamaica. I got some guinea hen weed, which in America we call it enamel. I don't know if I shared that with you guys. I love it, guys. I was so happy. I think I put it in my community post. I was so excited because he went there to bury his sister. He's like, I'm going to bring back some herbs for you. I was like, oh, that would be awesome. And then this is some Jamaica sour sop. I think if I show this to you guys, forgive me. Don't blame my heart. You'll charge my mind. All right, and then this was some mint, which I am going to use this mint. I'm going to use this mint in our pot today, which is why I pulled it out. So I will be using the mint that he brought back from Jamaica. Okay, and I will be using all of it because it wasn't a lot. He said he couldn't get a lot because a lot of it was damaged during the storm in Jamaica that they had. And they had a nice big storm. And actually, I'm not going to put the mint in there yet. This is not so making the cough syrup, you want to save the leaves for last. Any herbs that are leaves, anything that is strong, root or bark or anything like that, you want to put that in first and let that boil, because this is going to take about 45 minutes to infuse. And then at the end, when I turn it down really, really low, just to keep it warm, then I'll add the leaves. Okay, I'll add the mint leaves, I'll add the eucalyptus leaves. And I am going to put the lemongrass in there only because it is stronger than the mint and the eucalyptus. Okay, if you don't know about lemongrass, I did do a video on lemongrass, so make sure you guys look up the lemongrass. Sweet Thumb, you are hilarious. Listen, it is no doubt that, but guess what? You probably was the healthiest person in there eating that garlic pizza. So I'm going to put the lemongrass in there because the lemongrass is a bit stronger. Even though it is a grass, it is a very healthy grass, y'all. It is strong. And it can withstand just a little bit more than my leaves. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough in there. All right. I'm going to use cinnamon. I got this cinnamon from the African marketplace. It doesn't say that it's Ceylon. Ceylon is the best cinnamon that you want to use. If I have to recommend a cinnamon for you, make sure you get Ceylon cinnamon, okay? So I'm going to put a couple sticks of the cinnamon in there. I'm putting a whole cinnamon stick in there, okay? 3, 6. I put like 7 sticks of the cinnamon in there. All right?
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Oh, Alexa, if you don't be quiet.
I don't know that one.
I don't hear that. Let's see. Next up, guys, is cloves. I'm using whole cloves. Okay, this is very woody and it is okay. It can withstand the heat. Because it's a decoction, it can definitely stand the heat. Okay. I'm going to use 2 capfuls of the, and feel free to tweak this any way you want. If you don't want to use cloves in yours, you do not have to use cloves. A little bit more. Look up cloves and you will be able to see the health benefits of cloves. Very, very good for you. Very great for cooking, but it also has medicinal properties. So you definitely want to do that. Okay? So we've added lemongrass, we've added cinnamon, we've added cloves, we've added garlic. The star of this show is the star anise. Remember I told you that the elderberry wasn't the star of the show today? The star anise is the star of the show today. So let's see if I can. Up a guy. He said I love roasted garlic. Listen, I'm going to show you what I'm about to do with the garlic too. That was one of my bonuses. I'm going to show you guys. And I forgot the rosemary, but it's okay. I can always add the rosemary later. We're going to make a side infusion. So this is star anise. You guys know, it smells so good. It is woody as well. This is star anise. And let's talk about, let's see if we can talk about some star anise here. This is really good. The star anise is actually better for my grandchildren since I'm mostly making it for them. And listen, feel free. And what this does is this makes it, this replaces licorice root. I don't have any licorice root, so I decided to use the star anise. If you've ever smelled star anise, it smells just like licorice root. So here goes some smell-o-vision for you guys. It smells so fresh and it smells so good. But this is star anise. It is antimicrobial. It treats microbial infections. It regulates blood sugar, fights cancer, and helps improve heart health. So that's some of the benefits of star anise. Most people use it because of its flavor. If you love the flavor of licorice, so licorice root is one of the herbs that they use in making cough syrups and stuff. And star anise is another herb that they use that they made cough syrup from that you buy over the counter. And so instead of, again, getting the bootleg version of it, we go straight to the herb that it originated from. And I'm using a lot of star anise because of its health properties. Look, I really cannot use a lot of it. Okay, so that's enough. And it, like guys, I gotta let y'all smell this again. It smells so good. It has the most, it smells like the best licorice. Just kind of like, you know how there's peppermint and then there's chocolate mint, and you smell the chocolate, but that mint in it, you can really, really smell the peppermint that it is derived from. That's why it smells like licorice came from the star anise. But I don't know. I don't think it did, but we'll see. So that is the star anise is the star of our show. It's mostly known for its distinct flavor and pungent licorice-like aroma. It has been used for years in Chinese medicine, in Chinese culinary. It has a multitude of health boosting benefits and active chemicals. And it is also used it has been used for centuries in Chinese medicine. You know how I don't know if you know, but as an herbalist, you have to study Ayurvedic herbal medicine, Chinese herbal medicine, African herbal medicine. There's many folklores and different schools of thought that you have to study to be an herbalist, and Chinese is one of them because they've been using herbs and making teas for centuries. So it is also called the star anise seed. I was gonna buy the seeds as well because the seeds have just as much health benefits as the anise itself, the plant. But I did not get it. So let's see. The most important thing about it is it's antimicrobial. A lot of herbalists use it because it's antimicrobial properties. And it also is very therapeutic, and probably because of the smell, why it's very therapeutic. It smells like licorice, and actually it has this whole table lit up right now, and it just smells so calming for some reason. It really, really smells calming. But it says if you add this to your diet, it has a positive effect on your health. They use it in many Asian cuisines. It is harvested for its star-shaped pods, Alyssum varium, a small evergreen tree native to China and Vietnam. It originated in Asia, but it has been used all over the world. Let's see. China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Portugal, Germany, Spain, Italy. They have harvested while it is green and unripe. Then they dry the fruit in the sun to bring out the warm, unique flavor. And that's what we have here. This is the fruit of it. The star anise, that is the fruit of it. And they do use the seed as well. Let's see. So I added it mostly for the taste, but I added it also because of its antimicrobial properties. Remember, this is a cough syrup, so what we want to do is get rid of those things that can cause harm in the body, especially with the changing of the weather and the body go through changes. So we want to help boost that immune system and kick out all those things that can cause harm in the body. All right, so no fats. It is rich in minerals. It is rich in bioactive chemicals, compounds. Let's see. I'm trying to give you just some, because this is the star of the cough syrup. I'm giving you the breakdown of the star anise. It contains shiclamic acid, anethole, linalool, gallic acid, quercetin. Y'all should know that one, and limonene, which is found in lemons. Which, why it has that licoricey, lemony smell to it. So I can definitely see that. It is antimicrobial, antioxidant, and is anti-inflammatory. If you have any kind of pain going on in your body, that's caused by inflammation in the body. So you can even drinking just star anise tea can help bring down that inflammation in the body. Okay. You can treat microbial infections with this. It fights different kinds of microbes. And it's saying that it has the most antimicrobial properties. So of a lot of herbs, star anise has the most antimicrobial properties. So there you go. If you are fighting something in your body, you definitely can use this as a booster. It fights cancer cells. It regulates blood sugar levels. That anethole compound in it is what helps regulate blood sugar levels. The high antioxidant power in star anise is what helps to fight the cancer cells, and it helps to improve heart health, which is good because especially if you're the type you have high cholesterol, things like that. It'll help get rid of a lot of that cholesterol out of your system. So what it does, it helps you manage those issues in the body that can cause heart health, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar levels. So it fights those things that keep the heart healthy. So that's why it's important to make sure that you understand it. Now, with any herb that I recommend or I ask you or I demonstrate it before you, please do your due diligence and do your research. Any one of these compounds can have an effect if you are taking prescription drug medicine. If you're any kind of regimen, make sure you consult with a medical physician. I'm not a doctor. I am a herbalist. I'm a certified herbalist. I'm a health and wellness coach. So I do provide health and wellness through herbal remedies to help people get healthy, stay healthy, and things of that nature. Are there any questions yet about anything that I used so far, guys? So, up next, I'm going to be using anything that is really small, guys. I'm going to, because I don't want to be straining it like forever. So let me get back to the comments. Let me see if I missed anything. I don't want to miss you guys' comments. So let's see, where are we at? I heard on the news. Oh, wow. That's really hot, Serena. Thanks, Shantae. Let's see. So I was going to say, so what I was going to do with you guys, too, as I am trying to bust this thing open here. Got it. All right. So, hey, the Crafty Gypsy. How are you, love? How you doing? When you are taking garlic, let me tell you something. You got to make sure people beware because that garlic is really serious. Hey, Crafty Gypsy. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't see any, Felicia, I don't see any contraindications for the star anise. But again, it is a herb. It is a plant. You could be allergic to ragweed, anything like that, any kind of allergies to ragweeds or anything that's growing in a garden. You got to be careful. Make sure take in small doses, because you don't want to set your allergies off or have some kind of reaction to it. So make sure you do your due diligence. Let me see. There may be some. Let's see. Yeah, so there, for the most part, they said that star anise is one of those herbs or fruits that is considered generally safe for everybody. So if there are contraindications like nausea, let me see, wait, what is it saying? We just found some of the neurotoxin Japanese. So if you have Japanese star anise, you can have problems like nausea, hallucination, and seizures. So be careful of Japanese star anise. That's the one contraindicator that I see. So if you get Chinese star anise, sometimes it says sometimes they mix the Japanese star anise with it. So be careful of where you get it from. This one is from the African food market. And it did not say made in China. Nope, not made in China. Yep, not made in China, thank God. Or not grown in China. Not saying there's anything wrong, but like it said, if they mix Japanese with the Chinese star anise, it can cause nausea, hallucinations, and seizures. Wow. And this right here, my darlings, is thyme. Thyme is very, very good for you. So I'm going to put the thyme in there. And I'm going to also put the oregano in there. Because I have the whole oregano, is why I'm putting it in early. And oregano by itself is one of the most potent herbs you can take. Oregano is that potent. I'm using whole oregano, which is why I'm putting it in early in the pot. And I'm using 4 tablespoons of oregano. So I have 1 tablespoon of thyme and I have 4 tablespoons of oregano. Okay, and because I don't want to be fishing out these small herbs, I'm sticking the whole thing in there. Okay. This is my oregano. And this is the whole. Y'all see that? All right. That's the oregano. Now, I'm also going to be using echinacea. Let me see. So it says to be careful where you get it. Make sure it is purely Chinese. Oh, if you have spice allergies. Oh, like I said, if you have any kind of like weed, you're allergic to ragweed or anything like that, be careful using star anise. So that one I know, because a lot of people don't realize they're allergic to a lot of the plants and things that grow in your garden. So you want to be careful with that, okay? So let me see what else I have here. So. All right, that's the lemongrass. I used the lemongrass already. I'm not going to use this yet, the mint and the moringa. I'm not going to use yet. I am going to use this here. If you missed my video on chicory, please go back and watch it. Very, very good video. This is chicory. This is chicory that I foraged. Very, very strong. Paper towel. Probably when I was drying it. Okay, so this is chicory. Because I have the leaves and the stems, And the roots in here, I'm using the whole thing, okay? I'm just taking a whole bunch and putting that in a pot. I will use a lot of the chicory. If you don't remember, I did a whole video on chicory, so please go back and watch that video so you'll know the health benefits of chicory. I'm using it mostly for my grands to help put some nutrients back in their body. Because you know when you're sick, it means your body has lost a lot of vitamins and minerals and you need to replace them. Okay? So you definitely want to do that. So that's why I'm adding the chicory for its health benefits. Chicory is in the dandelion family. So what I'm saving for later is the mint, the eucalyptus, and the moringa. I'm saving that for later on, okay? So I'm going to add a teaspoon of the elderberry, a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon of the elderberry. See, I'm gonna add 2 because I'm making a lot. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the elderberry. Let me get back to the comments. I don't want to miss you guys' comments. Let's see. Make sure I don't miss anything. Y'all let me know if I'm missing something in the comments. God's Desire is and Mona are there. If you guys got questions, let me know. They can also help out. Oh, you got anise hyssop. Okay. Basil. Oh my God. Definitely use the basil. I am a stickler about using the basil. The basil's so good. I just had basil tea. I've been drinking basil tea all week. I've had basil even in my smoothies this week. So definitely use the basil. Yeah, well, when I picked up the anise, the star anise, I started to pick up the star anise seed. I didn't, but you can definitely use it. You can use the seed. It is just as potent. Yeah. Yeah, licorice is very strong. Yeah. They are. Thanks, Felicia. Yeah, you'll love the video on chicory. That was chicory. Thank you, God's Desire. Mike said that chicory, not chicory, I'm sorry, that the Thai basil tastes like licorice. I got some Thai basil finally growing, and I have to taste it. I haven't made a tea out of it yet. I did harvest it though. I harvested and it grew very well. Okay, what I'm adding next, guys, is I'm adding echinacea. I'm using the whole thing because I have the leaves, the stem, and the plant, the flower head all in here, okay? And this is what I foraged. This is echinacea that I foraged. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want people to start ringing and knock off my sound. Let me know if you guys still can hear me, okay? Let me know if you can still hear me, because once my phone starts ringing, it'll be knocking it out sometimes. Oh, good. Ooh. Diana, what you making? What are you canning? What are you canning? So I'm using, this is echinacea. And I'm using a lot of echinacea. I have plenty of it that I foraged, plenty of it that I bought. Plenty of that I grew. I do grow some echinacea in my garden, so I do have some echinacea there. I don't think, did I do a video on echinacea? I may have. I know I've talked about it in the video, but I'll go back and look. Ooh, I was just thinking that I needed some of that. I was making some jerk chicken, and I wanted a chicken broth to use as the base for it, and I didn't have any ready, so it's okay. All right, This next one up, I believe I spoke about this one already. I have two different kinds, but these are my favorite. This is also the star of the show. Let me get my notes on it. This one right here is phenomenal. This is black seed. So I have two kinds. Y'all see them? Let me see it better from the back. This is black seed. And then from my friend that I get a lot of my herbs, and he bring them in from Africa. So I have one that there's an African market, and then there's another brother that I get my sea moss from, my mango butter, and things like that I make my skincare products. He also had black seed, and so I got his black seed here. So I'm not using that one yet because I know this one is probably I'm gonna save that one because I already started using this one. I'm gonna use this one. All right, and I am going to use a lot of this. So I'm gonna, like I did, because it's kind of offsetting the elderberry. Let me see. Somebody in my comments. Hold on. Y'all already know that black seed is anti-inflammatory. Black seed is also a mucilage, which means that it expels mucus. If you take black seed, say you have runny nose, you feel congested, you have a lot of mucus buildup, black seed will expel all that. So it's also an expectorant. Okay. Let me go into the comments. Let's see what I'm missing. Eating the black licorice and black jelly beans. Oh, I remember the black jelly beans. I hated them as a kid. I already spoke about the side effects of the star anise. It is one of those fruits or vegetable or herbs that's considered generally no side effects, that it's generally good for everybody. The FDA describes certain herbs that can be given as a broad spectrum to everybody. And star anise is one of those that normally it doesn't cause any side effects or anything like that. Like I said, if you are the type of person that you have like ragweed or anything growing in your garden, you have allergies to that you need to be careful. I did give the other reason, which is sometimes the Japanese star anise is dangerous. They're saying that it can cause hallucination, nausea, and things like that. And sometimes when we're getting the star anise from China, that it is often mixed with Japanese star anise, and that can cause some kind of side effect. But generally, star anise is typically grown, like I got mine from the African market. It's generally good for everybody. Be mindful of little children, be mindful of people who have allergies to weeds and things like that. You want to be mindful. And again, take it slow. If you've never had it before, use maybe one or two and steep it in a cup of tea. Actually, you could steep it and smell it. And if you start having a reaction to it just from it, because the scent is so potent, just, you want to take it slow. It's just like when you're using lotions and things like that, chemicals. They tell you to just put a little dab on your skin to see if you have a reaction. You want to do that with anything you take. You want to take it slow and see if you have a reaction before you start jumping all in and pouring a whole bunch in a pot like I just did. Okay. So let's see. I'll make sure I didn't miss anything. I know we're down here in the chat. No, Serena, I don't grow toothache plants. I do know that there is a toothache plant out there. Let me see, right? God, I thought it was just me, but yes, mine hits that licorice very well. So true. Let's see. Wow, with 16 blooms and buds. Oh. Nice. Okay, so Mike, that's nice that you got a pepper. What I like about my pepper tower too is some of my peppers, they grow just a nice little size. The purple peppers that I grew, Oh my God, y'all. Tastes so yummy. And that's what I was going to say. So that's another bonus for tonight. If you want to make this cough syrup and it's for an adult and they can take a little bit of heat, you can add some of your peppers from your garden because they're going to have the medicinal properties in it. And also your peppers are highest in vitamin C. And we want to make sure that we put, and that's why I'm adding the chicory, echinacea, things that are high in vitamins and minerals, because we want to put those back into the body, because normally when the body is sick, it is deficient of nutrients. So we're putting those nutrients back in along with helping with the sore throat or any cough that they may have. Okay? So I'm going to add, see, I'm going to add more black seed to it. Let me show y'all what it look like so y'all can see. See that little tiny seeds? So that's the black seed. And I am going to strain this. Don't worry. And actually, let me get it on so that you can see me strain it at the end. Okay? So again, I'm not putting in the eucalyptus. I'm not putting in the mint. And what is the other one that I'm not putting in? The moringa. I could have put the moringa in the tea bag, which would have made it better. But I'm going to wait and put that. So and I'm adding plenty of ginger. I actually, I crushed up the ginger already. No, I'm sorry. I have such a mess here. I have so many things here that I wanted you guys to see. Where's my ginger? Ah, here it is. Okay. So I'm adding the ginger to it. I already cut the ginger up, so I'm going to add all of the ginger. And actually, I don't even think that that's enough. So I'll have some more ginger here. Then I'm just going to cut up in here. So I'm just adding more ginger, guys, because I wanted to have plenty of ginger. Whenever you are sick, you have tummy ache and things of that nature, get you some ginger tea. Ginger is phenomenal for that. You'll see, and it starts working like right away if you have ginger. Some ginger tea if you have a tummy ache, you ate some bad food, anything of that nature. I have 2 bags of ginger, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry one of them, put it in a food dehydrator. I have to show y'all my dehydrated leaves and greens that I made. It is now full now that I've totally dehydrated them all. Oh, and guess what I did, y'all? I did, so what I was saying about ramping up your cough syrup with some pepper. You can use a pepper, a habanero pepper, a jalapeno pepper. You can definitely use your green peppers if you're just going for vitamin C. But if you're going for something that's going to, boost up your immune system, make you stronger, do a hot pepper like cayenne or jalapeno or habanero pepper. Throw it in there. I actually had added some jalapeno and habaneros in my jerk chicken this week, just to ramp it up. And it was hot. When I tell you that, nose was running, opening up that system, that's what you wanted to do. So, but I wouldn't do that for children. If you're making this cough syrup, and it's generally for everybody in your family, you don't know how people respond to hot, so don't put it in there. If you have it generally for your family, just as a regular. The other thing I'm not adding till this is done is the honey. You do not add honey while that water is boiling, okay? We do not add honey. The honey will be added last, okay? So I'm going to go put this on. I'll be right back. Let me show you what it looks like. Y'all see that? This is going to make a beautiful pot. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cough syrup, okay? So let me go put this on while we chit-chat about everything else. Yeah, I'll be right there. Everybody that's in the chat, I'll be right there. I'm just filling my pot up with water. I need a little bit more. Okay. And I'm just cleaning up, throwing this away. And pull on the floor. Okay. So, one of the other things that I wanted to share with you guys is you can make your own infused olive oil. I told you I didn't bring the rosemary. I love to infuse my olive oil with rosemary. So I will buy a new jar of olive oil. When you buy olive oil, let me see what happened. Can you make it in an instant pot too? So, I wouldn't, Serena. I wouldn't make it in an instant pot. I wouldn't. Mostly because of controlling that temperature. Like I have a temperature gauge. You want to control the temperature. You don't want it to be this one you can. I'm bringing up to a boil. Everything that I put in here can take the high heat. You want to make sure anything that you are using, that you're not using such a high temperature that you're robbing the plant of its medicinal properties. The whole point is to extract from it its medicinal properties. But if you burn off the medicinal properties, you just wasted all that time. I sometimes those one pots and those pots they may have aluminum on the inside. I don't know. There was a lot of controversy over what the inside of those things were made with, which causes a lot of health problems. I wouldn't do it. If you have a stainless steel pot, you have a pot that is not enamel. Use that. Put it on the stove. Simply put it, and if you're home and you're chilling, you can just simply put it on low. Well, first put it on high, bring it up to a boil. Bring it up to a boil. Once it's at a boil, turn it down low and let it simmer for 30 minutes or more. I'm saying 45 minutes, but you want it to simmer because you want it to do that. Now, if you want it to thicken up, turn it down low. After it has become to that boil, let some of that the water run off, because remember, this is a decoction we're making. This means we're using water as the medium. So I want to boil it down because I want to use that as part of what I'll be using to infuse everything else into it. My honey, the dates, the mint leaves and all of that. I want to make it a thick syrup, okay? So I want it to boil down some so that it can thicken up, and I want to let it sit for a little while on very low or no heat and let it thicken up for a while. Then I'm going to strain it, and then we're going to use that to make our cough syrup, okay? So here, I don't have rosemary with me, but when I get home, I will add some rosemary. But for this here, this is just my regular old olive oil. This is 100% extra virgin olive oil. Please understand, when you are using olive oil, if you're using it to cook with, make sure it says cooking olive oil. Olive oil can hurt you if you are not using the right olive oil. If you just go and you pick up a bottle of olive oil and it is not cooking olive oil, you can cause your body to have a chemical reaction to it because you've added heat to something that's not supposed to be heated. So that's number one. So make sure that, like for instance, when I'm using olive oil to make my skincare products, I don't use cooking olive oil for that because I don't need to add heat to it. So I'm not going to buy a cooking olive oil to make my skincare products. Or if I'm infusing oils, I don't want a cooking olive oil to infuse my mint. Like if I'm making a mint oil, if I'm making a garlic oil, I don't want a cooking olive oil, one that requires heat. I'm not going to use that for that. So you want to make sure that you get the right olive oil and you're using it for the right purpose. If you're cooking with your olive oil, you want to make sure that you have a cooking olive oil. Like this one is cooking. It says on the bottle that is cooking olive oil. Okay, so this is the one that I'm using when I just want to saute my vegetables. Like I sauteed some spinach yesterday. If you want to saute some, I'm always good for sauteing some peppers and some onions. I love, those are my go-to for mostly everything. So, and that was the other thing I did not add. You can add an onion in your cough syrup. I already have some onions already in one of mine, so I'm not gonna do onions in that one. But you can by all means add onions to an onion. Y'all know I did a video on onions. Onions have amazing medicinal properties, and onions is one of those herbs. Like I said, you can cut, like I just told you about the garlic. I told you first, you could take an onion, cut a slice of it, cut you a little slice of it, put it under your foot if you're not feeling well, and it will extract toxins from the body, but it also sends medicine directly into your bloodstream. It sends medicine into the body, and is I forget the name of it, where it'll go where the body needs it. It is one of those herbs that know where to go when the body is in need of some healing. So that whatever's in need of onion, that onion will send those medicinal properties to that part of the body. So that's an onion, how important an onion is, if y'all don't know. Even just, cutting an onion, you can smell it and it starts working right away just from smelling it. You can even cut an onion and put it in your room at night, and that'll help you with your upper respiratory as well. So you can cut an onion, put it in a room, helps clear that air. So will garlic. So, and they both can be used as well in your socks. So now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take another garlic out of here. I got the cough syrup on, guys. Again, I have my dates, my mint, and my moringa waiting here. And you do not have to use all of these medicinal herbs that I use. You can use 1, 2, or 3. If you have black seed, use the black seed. Black seed expels mucus. And it's definitely good for children. It's one of those generally accepted things too. I don't think I went into all of the health benefits of it as well. So pepper was about the last thing I wanted to see. I still planted. Now, what kind of pepper are they? The Dati. Mike said, oh, Dati are really hot. Wow. Wow, sounds like something I need in my fire cider. I'll have to look that one up and see. So while I'm here, and I'm just going to crush the clove. So if you crush the garlic clove, wow, 5 times hotter than the jalapeno. Wow. I wonder if I can use that in my fire cider. So I'm just crushing the garlic just so that I can open up those medicinal properties. I can get them going, okay? And actually, I don't even have to crush. I can just cut it slightly. So I'm just crushing the garlic, opening it up, and I'm going to put it, yeah, I gotta watch my thumb. Let me see. So I'm going to put it in here, and I won't use this yet. I'll let this infuse for a couple days. Like I said, I broke it open just so I can get those medicinal properties going. Let's see, yeah. Let's get this in here. So you can make an infused olive oil on your own. You don't have to pay for one. You can take some rosemary. You can take some garlic. I don't know about ginger. I always use rosemary and garlic. I'll even use onion. And as long as it's not too long term, I'm pretty, you know, good with you. I have my big jar of garlic, of olive oil that I use is for my skincare, so I don't infuse that. Jalapeno peppers are 5 times Scoville. Dati is like 30 times. Wow. And a ghost is 1 million. Wow. Okay. Yeah, a hot pepper, jalapeno, and a habanero. So where does habanero fall on the list? Like, y'all, my iPad is dying. So I am just cutting up some garlic, and I'm infusing that in my olive oil. And I'll show y'all what it looks like once I'm done cutting them up, okay? I'm making an infused olive oil. This is just a bonus while I'm waiting for the other, the cough syrup to come to a boil. Then turn it down. And then let it run for a little while. What's on? What you guys got planned for tonight? Anybody started their fall gardening? I have not, only because these tomatoes have taken over. Anybody started their fall gardening? What seeds have y'all planted? Amona, what happened? You said you couldn't get your live going. I've been so out of it, y'all. I'm just really getting my energy. My energy back. So I should be back to normal. Just getting my energy back. And just a little going on with this little injury thing I got going on. But I'm good. Let's see. After jalapeno, that just about whooped me. Hate a little hate fruits. I'm still giving them life and consuming them, people. My skin looks nice. I keep going. I know that's right. I got some really nice local honey from Farmers Market too. Ooh. Yeah, I got this honey that I got from Georgia. We have farms down there in Georgia that we get it from. But let me tell you, before I got injured, it was my plan to get some from J3, because I heard his honey is banging, y'all. If y'all need some honey, y'all go check out Jeg's honey. Because I wanted to order some. I gotta wait. Y'all know I'm out on workers' comp, so I got, they got me on hold. So once I get that going through, I'm gonna get some honey from Jeg, so I have it. Ooh. Look at this. Now I put too many in there. Okay. So that's it for the garlic. Ooh. Y'all. Y'all, that wrist. I'm trying not to play with this wrist. Okay. So this is my garlic infused olive oil. Okay. So I bought some cooking olive oil. Remember the garlic properties of the garlic. It's one of the reasons why I use it to infuse my olive oil when I'm cooking. So it already has garlic in it. It is already extracting it's infusing the medicinal properties of the garlic. So I'm loving that. And I am going to add some rosemary. I'm going to add rosemary when I get to the house. I do have plenty of rosemary from my garden that's growing so beautifully. I have some rosemary. I got thyme. I got some fresh oregano, but then I have my dried oregano as well. But I'm going to, that sounds like a good, nice combination. Rosemary, oregano, and garlic in my olive oil. No, I'm just going to add the rosemary. I normally do rosemary and garlic. That thyme don't sound like a bad idea either. But anyway, so this is nice. Hey, listen, you probably can add some basil. If you dry the basil and put it in here, You might, hey, you might make a new, you could be selling it. You could have your own olive oil concoction, okay? So this is my olive oil that I've infused with some garlic, and this will sit for about a week or so before I start using it. So that is perfect for that. Let me see what these comments look like. Only if it tastes good. Okay. Use small amounts of a hot pepper combined with honey. Not hot, right? Listen, you can add it to some honey. They got this this hot sauce that I buy called hot honey. So good. I need to make it instead of buying it. I need to make it. Oh, you started all your seeds. That is nice, Diana. I got to get out of there. Oh, you started your Swiss chard, kale, and radish. Hey, Christina. It's too hot. Mona said it's too hot. Yeah. That's why I said that if I make it in some fire cider, I could probably do better with it. And Serena said she got some beanie red turnips growing in self-warming container. Oh, I seen one of those. Somebody was showing, I think, growing out the box. Who else had it? Sweet Tomato Vine. Did she have one? No, not her. Oh my gosh, what is her name? I adore her channel. I'm sorry, I forget her name. Oh my God, what's her name? I watch her all the time. I think she had one of those self-watering from Evo or Vivo, I think. Serena, do you got the one from Vivo? Self-watering container, is it by Vivo? Oh, Mike said that's his go-to steak seasoning. Okay, I got eggplant growing. I got carrots. They haven't taken off. They're still low. I think one time I let it get dry. But I've since watered them. They got plenty of water now. Those carrots need lots and lots of water. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I need to be put on Wind Down Wednesday garden confessions because I let it dry out one time. But you're not supposed to let it. So I've been doing better. So any of my Wind Down family on here. And Serena says she waiting for the other turnips. Mike, you put that pepper and honey on your steaks? I don't eat beef, so I don't know, but I will cook it for the family. I don't eat it, but I will definitely cook it. But that sounds like a plan if that's what you're saying. Most delicious thing I make is get oil, try lots of garlic, onions, and crushed dried peppers in the oil. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Yes. So good. So listen, I'm not the only one using an infused oil. And listen, you gotta throw some rosemary in there. I throw rosemary in there only because like I am good for like pepper, potatoes, onions, garlic. I love the garlic in the oil and the rosemary in the oil. Put it on the potatoes. The potatoes that I grew from the garden. Oh my gosh, y'all, just good, so good. It was small, but I only got a couple big ones. But anyway, it still was good. And I love to use that olive oil on it. I love to baste the chicken in it and let it marinate. Oh my gosh, let it just marinate and infuse, and it tastes so delicious. Okay, it tastes so good. So I'm moving these things out the way. So I got my dates, mint, moringa. I may not use the moringa, y'all, because I'll give them the moringa tea, but I will use the mint. And the dates I am going to put in there, okay? And look what I picked up too, y'all. I picked up some bay leaves. How many of y'all use bay leaves in your cooking? I picked these up from the Hispanic market. I got my seeded watermelon and I got some bay leaves. And I got some Jamaican sorrel. I got some sorrel from the Spanish market, which is so good. I needed it. How many of y'all use bay leaves in y'all cooking? All right, so I'm gonna move this out the way. So these are the leaves. I told you that when you you cut your onions, take that top layer of your onion off, or you take the top layer of your garlic off, you can use that as, put it in some water and use it to water your garden with. These leaves from the garlic have health properties, so you definitely can use them. Don't just throw them away. They can serve a second purpose. Since they are not being used to infuse in the oil, they will be used to help my garden. And guess what else, y'all? It'll help keep off pests. Because they hate garlic, anything with that strong, pungent smell. Keep the birds and them away just from the smell alone, like basil. It has a strong smell, this garlic, so, and they can smell it. So infuse it into some water or throw it into your, the water that you are catching. If you catch rainwater, put it right on in there. Okay, so I'm using that right there. Okay, so I will be putting this into my garden, to my rainwater. And I caught lots of rainwater. We had so much rain, so I caught a lot of rainwater. Okay, let's see, any more questions? Hey, PIA, how you doing? Yeah, I have some water that you know how you use the house water and you gotta let it sit for a while to let the chlorine evaporate off of it, which I hate because it's sitting in my kitchen. That means that the chlorine is in the air in my kitchen. But anyway, I let the water sit, and I had some onions, some garlic peels in it. I put a teaspoon, couple drops of dish detergent in it because it's what I'm going to take out into the garden. Just in case I see any worms or anything, I got to drop in there and use as mulch. So I got that waiting. So I do have some water waiting. I have to water the garden tomorrow. Okay, even some things are still wet today. Like I was happy my lavender looks beautiful. All of my herbs are growing well. All of my mints are growing well. I harvest from them all the time. The rosemary looks beautiful. My peppers have finally decided to put on more peppers. I'm happy about that. I thought my peppers was done for this season or something because I had got peppers off of it. Like I was getting them like every day. Or every other day, harvesting some peppers. Now, tomatoes I get every day. Tomatoes every day. And I'm happy about it. I ain't complaining because I am a salad eating sister, okay? I eat some salad. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Welcome into the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, me beautiful people. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I'm just taking off this wrapper from this garlic. Honey, I'll take the garlic, and if you're gonna put real garlic, like I use the actual cloves of garlic, I crush them so that those medicinal properties can seep out into that water that I have sitting and waiting. So looks good. This, I even kept the eggshells, y'all, to put in there. So, I'm just cleaning up my mess, y'all. I'm gonna throw this stuff away. I'm gonna run and check. So make sure y'all continue talking about the garden while I check on our mix and see where we are as far as the water coming to a boil. so I can turn it down and then we can continue chatting. I'll be right back. Stay right there. And don't forget, y'all got to get in there and make y'all some oil. If you do this already, let me know what you use in your oil. What do you infuse in your oil? Besides me, I use garlic and rosemary. Let me know what you guys use in your oil. If you infuse it at all. I'm using a wooden spoon as well. Hey guys, I'm gonna bring you guys over to the pot. I want you to see what it looked like because it looks so good that I have to share this and show y'all. Let me see. Can I turn the camera around? There we go. All right. You guys see that? That's what it looks like so far. It is just coming up to a boil. I want it to come all the way to a rolling boil. Y'all, it smells amazing. It smells so good. Y'all see that? There are black seeds in there. There are elderberries. The elderberries have enlarged. There's garlic in there. If you missed it, there's chicory in there. There's oregano. Look at the elderberries, y'all. They blew up from being put in the water. But there's garlic in there. There's ginger in there. There's star anise in there. There is echinacea in there. Chicory in there. There is my thyme in there. There is oregano. This is the bag has the oregano in it and the thyme only because it was powdered. And I did not want it to have to really super sift this. Can y'all see that? Now listen, at God's Desire, it smells so good. So what's in a pot is I'm making a cough syrup. I just named all of the ingredients in here. The star of the cough syrup is not the elderberry. It is the black seed and the star anise. So this is a cough syrup that I'm making for the family. And what you can do if you want to make this, ramp this up for yourself or an adult that can take the heat, you can add your peppers to it. You want to add your peppers to it or give it your boost of vitamin C. It'll give you some other additional medicinal benefits from the peppers. Y'all know the jalapeno, habanero, or cayenne is really good for your immune system. Now I still have to add the mint in it and the dates to it. The dates is going to sweeten it up, and so will the hibiscus. The dates, the hibiscus or Jamaican sorrel, and the mint is what I'm going to add last to it. I'm just trying to get it to that rolling boil. Once it gets to that rolling boil, then I'll turn it down and let it infuse. I want y'all to see these elderberries, how they blew up once they got put in the water. Y'all, this smells, oh my goodness. I'm giving y'all smell-o-vision right here. Like, this is some serious smell-o-vision. So this is a cough syrup that I'm making. Okay, it's got that ginger in it. It's got that garlic in it. I gave you guys some other tips for the using the garlic in the room, like can help with your upper respiratory, help cleanse the air. It can do that for you. Okay. Any other questions? So I'm waiting for it. Again, I got the sorrel and the mint and the dates to add last. Okay. And finally, oh, and the honey. Don't forget. So I'm making these jars. I got these small pint jars for my grands. One for each household, and then one for the adults. Again, I'm not using the peppers in it, but I will use, I did pick some herbs that is really, really good for putting medicinal, some nutrients back in the body, like the chicory, the echinacea is really, really good for boosting the immune system. All of the things I chose are antimicrobial, are inflammatory, and are high in antioxidants, which are super, super good for the body. So this is the tea that I made for myself tonight. The red clover, the shepherd's purse, and I'm just going to add some honey. This honey I got from, it's so, so good. I think I shared this with you guys before. So I'm using just honey, which I can drink it actually plain. Like, I don't even have to really add anything to it. Like, especially when I make like a gallon of it. So this is my tea for tonight. See, you know what I do with my spoon. How y'all doing tonight? I also asked everybody in the chat to let me know how their fall gardening is going. How's your fall gardening going? Are you guys over the summer? How many of you are already over the summer? Like, you've already had enough of the summer? Because the weather was so crazy and unpredictable. It was like, I couldn't even, my garden took hits. It was burning, like, tore up the watermelon plants and everything. I can't even talk trash to Broke Farmer. I got some out there, though. I do got some out there. I'm not showing it because I want to make sure it's surviving. But I can't talk trash to Broke Farmer because, you know, he done already turned over his watermelon that he bragging about. So I ain't even, and if he in the bushes, whatever. But I do got a couple of watermelon ones that are surviving. You know, I'm waiting. I'm letting them get there. So, and shout out to everybody that's in Watermelon Wars. Make sure y'all check out my Broke Farmer over there with Watermelon Wars, and check out his channel. I didn't see him come on this week. So this is my tea. And actually pretty tastes good. It's the chamomile, and it is what is the common part of it. Even though the other herbs that I chose, red clover, shepherd's purse in here, ginger in here, have great energetics, but it is the chamomile that is the grounding part of this herbal blend that I made for myself. And again, it says, let's get cozy, because I appreciate y'all coming in here, hanging out with me at night here. And let's see my time. I know I'm embarking on that time. I'm trying to get this thing to boil. I hope y'all want to stay around till I'm done, till I get it infused so we can add it to the honey and everything. And this is the honey that I got, y'all. This is from our farm in Georgia. I shared this with y'all when it came in. So this is the honey we'll be using. And these are the jars that we'll be putting them in. Once that is done, we'll add the honey to it. We'll add the dates to it. I let the dates stay in there. The dates sweeten it up. I'm loving that. The dates I'm going to be adding to the jar. Okay. The honey and the dates will add to the jar. The dates are super sweet. I don't know if you ever had dates before, but they're so good. We normally eat them during Ramadan, and we also eat them because their high fiber content is phenomenal. With regulating your system. You can't eat them too much because they are a little bit fattening, but really, really good for you. Their fiber alone is phenomenal. Let's see what else I got. Broom for you. Oh, have you guys ever made a ginger bug? Everybody's been talking about it. I haven't made one in like a year. I haven't made it. And you know who inspired me to make it? Blacks. What is their oh my god. I love her channel. She's always demonstrating. Black's Tropical Farm, I believe it's called. If I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. But I love her channel. I love watching. She does a lot of demonstrations. Black's Tropical Homestead. I think that's what it's called. I think I got it right now. Let me see what we got here in the comments. I am so over the summer. Listen, Shantae, listen. She already answered. Oh, thank you. Oh, Shantae, so it's supposed to be for 45 minutes. It's supposed to be for 45 minutes. I know it's been on for a few minutes already, and it already started to boil. Once it has that rolling boil, then you turn it down low, and you're basically letting it evaporate. You're letting it thicken up. I'm making a lot. I'm making that quart jar, and then I'm making the smaller pint-sized jars. So I'm actually making a lot. So you're supposed to let it simmer for 45 minutes. Bring it up to that boil, then let it cool down. It's supposed to be 30 minutes to 45. I was going to let it go for 45 minutes. Okay, so that I can extract as much of the properties out. Now, listen, when you're done with whatever herbs you're using, again, don't throw them away. There's still medicinal properties in it. Use it as mulch, put it around your garden, throw it out there in your compost tea or wherever. I don't just throw them in the garbage. I throw them right out there. Things like watermelon that needs a lot of nutrients and stuff, so I'll throw it out there on some of my plants that really, really could benefit from the nutrients from those herbs. Be careful of any seeds that you throw out there, though, because you can definitely have some plants popping up somewhere. I have made vanilla extract, though. Ooh, okay, Serena. I've seen somebody make vanilla extract, too. The rosemary oil is very, very good. I'm about to make tomato soup. Ooh. Yes, because you was canning over there. Listen, I'm going to have to do that with I got so many tomatoes. I got tomatoes galore. And now I don't just have the cherry or the Jersey girl. I got the giant tomatoes that I think I planted those seeds last year, but we ain't going to talk about it. But, yeah, and summer, I'm so over summer. Like, I'm enjoying this weather we have right now. We're in the 70s, like, low 80s, so I'm enjoying that weather right now. My lavender looks amazing. My rosemary, all of the herbs look great, and the tomatoes. I'm not even going front. And again, I just started getting my eggplant. I just started. I was so happy. I could have swore I seen a zucchini, a squash on the vine, but every time I went back out there, I couldn't find it. So I don't know if something stole it and ate it, but I could have swore I had one, but nope, I don't have any out there. That's taken a long time to come into, and it has like hundreds of flowers, like hundreds of flowers. I'm coming back down to the chat. I need a shot of that so I have a good Friday. I know that's right, Sweet Thumb. Let me see. Thank you guys for helping in the chat. Love you all. Let me see. What else am I missing? Mm. It is still hot, Mona. It is. But we finally got some days that have been cool. I wish we could, but they suffering too. You just made a ginger bug? Oh my God. You made it. Oh my gosh. So I got these fruit juice. Remember I told you how I'm trying not to I have to give up sugary juices. Well, what I started doing is my doctor told me to when I have, like, say I buy a cranberry juice, to water it down, make it 50% that juice, 50% water. So, or filter water, purified water, whatever water you have, alkaline water, but mix it and don't drink it straight by the cup of the juice, and you'll cut the sugar content down in it while you're drinking it. So what I wanted to do is, since I got these fruit juices, I want to turn them into sodas. I got strawberries going, I got raspberries, I got grapes growing, blackberries growing, and I want to make sodas out of them. Now that they're growing so beautifully, I want to make a soda out of it. You know, how about an elderberry soda? How about that? Don't that sound good? Like making an elderberry soda? I would love to make that. But let's see. Oh, who's supposed to get 90? Oh, please not here. Where you at, Mike? You in Alaska, right? Where are you at? We do not need 90. Oh my God. Serena got another heat advisory? Oh my goodness. Oh, you are so welcome. Um, passionately intrigued. A ginger bug is how they, what they use to make that fizzy part of sodas. Um, so, and actually, I'm going to change this to cloth. Like, this is actually a paper towel, believe it or not. So what you do is you take, like, this is 2 tablespoons of water, of filtered water, a teaspoon, no, two tablespoons of ginger. This is 2 tablespoons of the filtered water, and I think 2 teaspoons of the sugar. And you start, and it sits like this for 5 days, right? So it sits like this for 5 days, and then after 5 days, you add it again. You add the 2 teaspoons of water, the 2 teaspoons of ginger, and the 2 teaspoons of sugar. And that sits for 5 days. And then it's supposed to start, after the 10 days, it'll start fizzing. And that's when you can make soda out of it, right? You add the rest of your, you keep adding it. You're supposed to keep adding the sugar and the water until it start fizzing. And then you can add it to your favorite drink and turn it into a soda. That's what makes the fizzy part of soda, is the ginger. If you remember, ginger ale itself started from using real ginger. They started getting cheap and stopped using ginger. They'll say real ginger on the can, but we don't know how much of that is real ginger. So, but when people stopped drinking it because they found out that they was no longer using real ginger, they started making, if you would have to look on the Schweppes or the Canada Dry to see if it's the one made with real ginger. But you can make your own soda. You can make your own. Now, I know some people who made it with way more liquid than this, so I'll have to look it up. I was following, like, multiple people's recipe. Diana, I'm going to call you. Because I've seen people have way more water content. I know you can add it after the 10 days is up, but I've seen people start with more than this. Like, they would keep adding sugar and ginger to their jar. Okay, and then you're not supposed, like, I removed the lid here because you're not supposed to close this off. It needs to breathe in order to ferment. So I'm gonna change this to fabric, because you know when you have plants and stuff around, you get them gnats and all that flying around. I don't want that landing on here, so I'm gonna use fabric where I know they definitely can't get in. They probably can break through this paper towel, but for now it's working. I'm about to change it as soon as I get off this live with y'all. Y'all, it smells so good in here. Like, it's lighting up the whole downstairs. This smell is just so good. Yes, Felicia, you made a ginger bug too. I remember. Oh, you got the same grow zone as Alaska, Mike? Okay, you're in Minnesota. Okay. Let's see what else I have. Felicia, what you do with yours? Yours is still sitting? Are you still fermenting yours? Uh, you're welcome. Serena with the jokes. So, y'all, it smells amazing in here. It smells amazing. So we're gonna go back over. I'm gonna take another sip of my tea. We're gonna check on this boil over here. Because I want to add the mint. I want to add the dates and the sorrel. Okay. I got my glasses so I can see. Okay, so this, let me turn you around so you can see the roll and boil. This is called a roll and boil. See that? So now we're going to turn it down and we're going to cover it. Turn it down real low. Okay. And hold on. And I'm going to add the rest, because I'm going to cover this pot. I can't tell y'all how amazing this smells. So amazing. And you're going to need something thin like a cheesecloth. So I get these from Walmart, Wally World. So you need like this, something like this, so you can strain it, or some kind of thin strainer. You can use it, you know those fishnet tights? I've used those before. So, I mean, not fishnet. Pantyhose. You can use pantyhose because they're super thin, but these are just really good because of how easy it is to strain everything through it. So that's that. But we still got a little way to go as far as straining. So I'm just adding, because I've turned the heat down really low, I'm going to add the last of my ingredients, which is the mint. I'm going to add the sorrel and the dates, and I'm going to let that just simmer for the next. And then this is the sorrel I'm adding. The sorrel's gonna give it that nice color. I just bought this new bag of sorrel too, y'all. I don't even be running out, but I love it so much. I love the Jamaican sorrel. And actually, the one Mona gave me just started growing. That's one of the things that's actually growing. I don't know if it's gonna last through the winter or the fall, but I was able. Can y'all see me? I'm sorry. Am I out of frame? Don't mean to do that. Let me get this camera straight, y'all. Okay. Now we smoking. Okay. Okay. I hate this when I got to adjust this, y'all, and it be so crooked. Crooked. Okay. Now let's get it nice and tight. I'm sorry. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. If you came in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Let me see. What am I missing? Can use ginger bug for ginger shots. Oh, that's a good idea. Make soda. I had Net get through my Vinegar coffee filter. Oh man, it was bad. Oh my goodness. I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh my God. The gnats drive me nuts, y'all. Just nuts. Ah, I can't stand out. Okay. I added the sorrel. I told you guys I'm using the sorrel and the dates. I love sorrel tea. My grandkids love sorrel tea. So I added it to add to the sweetness, also to add to the color. And these are the dates. And these are used for sweetening. So, and that should do it. This is what they look like. Look like bugs, don't it? I'm surprised I eat them. I only eat them because we eat them during Ramadan. But other than that, I would eat them because they look like bugs. And I like anything that look like a bug. So let me show y'all what it looks like again in the pot. Y'all seen the elderberry. It was evaporated, but now it's done re-evaporated, I think is the term. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. But look at that color. Look at the color, guys. That's the elderberry in there. That's the black seed in there. That color. It looks so amazing. And believe it or not, I just dropped the sorrel in there, and that is the sorrel. Okay, so I got it down low. And we're gonna let it. Now I'm not using a metal spoon because the metal spoon has its own energetic. I'm not using a metal spoon for that. I'm using a wooden spoon to keep everything neutral. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this pot. See, I wonder if this is open. Let's see. It's gonna work today. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it. We're gonna let that simmer down. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let that simmer some more while we wait. I got my cheesecloth. I actually have a strainer too, y'all. Let me get this strainer out. Have this beautiful strainer. And then I have the cheesecloth. What I'm going to do is, because I'm pouring it into 4 different jars, I'm going to do the smaller jars first. And actually, once I turn it off, I'm going to strain it first, then put it back in there. And then I'm going to add the honey. I still have to add the honey to it, which is going to give it the thickening that it needs. So this is a cheesecloth, and it comes in a long, and you just have to cut off how much you need. And I'm not going to need too much because I do have this strainer. Let me cut this. My silver jar. So I'm just cutting the cheesecloth so that we can strain it in. Can you all see that? How fine it is? And I'll open it up after I cut it. I'm putting it back in. Sanitary, everything's sanitary. Let's see, what were you saying? What did I miss in the comments? Sorry, my big face is in the way, y'all. You can drink it straight or use it to flavor kombucha. Yeah, the ginger bug, you definitely can make your own probiotic. Absolutely. Thank you, Felicia. I'm definitely, someone asked me for ginger shots, so that's another reason why I'm making it. Yeah, dates are the perfect sweetener, the perfect rehydrate. Thank you, passionately intrigued. There we go, rehydrate. Okay. Uh, um, let me see what I miss. Okay, Serena's telling jokes. All right, so I just have to get this ready. Just open it up, y'all. Actually, I should leave it double. That way, it is. Yeah, I don't like it. It looks too thin, right? If I take it apart, I'm gonna leave it like that. It looks like super thin. Oh, I guess. Oh, wow. It has multiple. Oh, okay. All right, so we're gonna leave it like this. And this is how we will strain it, like this. Okay? And then we will put it in the pot. Once we strain everything out, we'll put it in the pot and we'll add the honey to it. I have to let it cool down for a little bit though before I can add the honey. You don't want it to be too hot. You don't want it to be boiling when you add honey. Otherwise, you're burning off all the beautiful medicinal benefits of that good old honey. Okay? So we definitely don't want to do that. But it looks really good, y'all. It smells, oh my gosh, amazing. Amazing. You definitely need that garlic. All of the herbs that I use, the chicory, the echinacea, you can swap those out for whatever herbs you want to use. You know, do your due diligence, find a herb that won't interfere with any medication you may be taking. You want to swap it out for any herbs that you need those medicinal properties of. You can definitely swap it out. The echinacea is a general one that you can use and easily to find. Um, Everybody uses the elderberry. Elderberry is great for colds and flus. Let me see the echinacea, elderberry. Um, the hibiscus, again, I'm using for taste. I'm making it for my grands mostly. So I'm using the hibiscus sorrel for the taste. What else? The chicory. I'm using the chicory for its medicinal benefits. It is in the dandelion family, contains as much of the benefits as a dandelion does. So I'm using that to put nutrients back into the body. Because, you know, when we're sick or we're trying to fight off things, we want our body to be as healthy as possible so that our immune system can do what it's supposed to do, which is to heal the body. So we're fortifying the body. In addition to moving out the black seed, we're using black seed because that's an expectorant, that's a mucilagent, and it gets rid of mucus out of the body, expels toxins and mucus out of the body. So in the form of sweating, in the form of, let me see. I don't think we went through the benefits, all the benefits of the black seed, y'all. That black seed is a powerhouse, just like oregano. If you, I think I did a video on oregano, so y'all have to go and check that out. But oregano and black seed, the health benefits, oh my gosh, are endless. There's a lot of herbs that fall under that generally safe guideline by the FDA, which means that it's normally generally safe for a wide range of people, regardless to who they are. Again, you have to do your due diligence. You have to do your research and make sure if you know that you are taking prescribed medication, you need to seek with a healthcare provider. Make sure that none of your medication, any of those herbs will be interfering with your medication. But you have to do that. You are a partner in your health, so you have to make sure that you are having that kind of conversation with your doctor whenever you're adding something else to your regimen to take for your health and your overall well-being. Anybody else got questions? Anybody got questions? So I'm just letting the dates and the sorrel already. Once that sorrel hits some hot water, that sorrel takes off. And we're getting those hibiscus benefits, which is great for your hair, your skin. Like, it's so good. And it's also good for upper respiratory. So it's really, really, really good. So if there's things I can tell you that you don't want to swap out, the elderberry, don't swap out the elderberry. Don't swap out the garlic. Don't swap out the garlic. Use the garlic. The garlic has its own properties. If you don't have echinacea, or purple coneflower is what they call it, try your best to get it. It's really good for your upper respiratory system. They're all, the ones that I've named, they're all anti-inflammatory, and they all have high antioxidant levels. You want that in your body. Antioxidants are what helps fight off free radicals in the body, and you want that as much as possible. You want your body fighting. You don't want the body fighting against you. Again, you don't want to take elderberry when you are super sick. Oh, I know that's right. Listen, y'all know I'm trying to think, is there a time when I did not have hibiscus or sorrel tea? I love the white sorrel. I love the red sorrel. The red sorrel, I was going to say the red sorrel was my favorite, but the white sorrel is so good too. So the sorrel period is so good for me. So I love it so much. Really, really good. And this is actually a pretty good tea that I made tonight too. I got chamomile, red clover, calendula. Calendula is great for the skin. Really, really good for your skin. If you don't know, it's a really good herb for your skin. But it's also good for as an anti-inflammatory herb. And it has some other benefits too. Did I go through calendula? I have to think. I think I did. Thank you so much, Sweet Thumb. Absolutely. Did anybody have any questions, other questions? Anything that I use in my tea that I'm drinking now? Anything that I use that's in that pot? I know I threw a lot of things in there. I did do a video on chicory. Please check out my video on chicory. Let me see what else. I don't think I did one on echinacea. Probably need to do one on echinacea. I probably need to do one on hibiscus since I use it a lot. You mean a big jar of Jamaican soy tea? Oh, I know that's right. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Shantae. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every last one of you for sticking around with me. I know I normally don't try and keep y'all past 11, but it's important. I really wanted y'all to see the end result with the syrup. So thank you for hanging in there with me. Oh, Felicia. Me neither. I buy it from my brother who's my mentor. I buy it from him to say, wait, do I have calendula out there? No, I don't. The calendula I know that I use now. Let me see, where is it at? The calendula that I have here, I got from my mentor who has a herbal store. And I use that is the echinacea. Look at me, I'm dropping. What I was debating on using, guys. Oh, don't forget, I did use lemongrass. I did a whole video on lemongrass. Please go check out that video. It was a fun video. We all had fun when I did the lemongrass one. That one was really fun. So, the lemongrass. I was debating on the moringa. I was going to put the moringa in there, but, and I did a video when I did my top 10 best herbs. I talked about moringa. It was my #1 on my list, so go check that video out. You'll find out why. I did a top 10 vegetables to grow in a garden. You guys have to go check that out. That was fun too, and you will not believe what my #1 was. I'm not telling. Don't nobody in the chat tell what the #1 was. Let me see what you say, Mona. On hibiscus? Okay. So next week, I will do hibiscus. We will talk about hibiscus or Jamaican sorrel or anything in that hibiscus family, because there's multiple ones in the hibiscus family, okay? But I use the hibiscus so much, I felt like I really needed to do one on it, because y'all hear me talk about it like all the time. And when my grandkids come over, it is their favorite herb to drink. It is their favorite herb tea. So I have to throw the hibiscus in there because they love it. They come in, first thing they ask is if I have tea brewing. They know that's my thing. So, the roselle is the same thing. The Jamaican sorrel. Wait, no. The roselle is different. Isn't that the fruit of the hibiscus tree? I believe, if I'm correct, I think that's the fruit of it. The roselle, or is it an entirely different plant? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a different plant. Y'all in the comments, isn't it different? Or is it the fruit? We'll have to check. That's why I have to come and do a deep dive. There is a whole group of plants in the hibiscus family. There is a whole group of plants in there, in that family. So, Jamaican sorrel, hibiscus. The roselle is a completely, I think it's a completely different, I think it's in the hibiscus family, but it is the fruit of a plant. The roselle is. That roselle it's the fruit of that plant. Those little, I've seen those things. So, but we'll be talking about it next week. So you got to come back, stick around and check it out. You will see. We'll talk about it. And believe me, I'll have the facts for you. Anything that I don't know, I'd like to look it up and do my research on it. I don't think it's in my medical book. Because in class, we didn't talk about the roselle. I don't remember. God's Desire, did y'all talk about the roselle in the biology class? Or the anatomy class? I can't remember off the top of my head. No, I think that roselle, I think I'm correct. But I do believe it's in the sorrel family, the hibiscus family. I had one red roselle survive that I got from Sweet Thumb. Oh, wow. Right. I didn't think so. But the roselle are beneficial. I know for a fact that they're beneficial. So I do know that they have some health benefits. Maybe I'll be able to add the roselle while I'm talking about the hibiscus. Okay. But sorrel, we're talking about hibiscus and sorrel. So we'll I'll see if I can throw that in there. I'm sure I can. Hibiscus is fun. I think I have like maybe like 2-3 pages of notes on hibiscus or the Jamaican sorrel. I think I have like 3 pages of notes on it. I'll condense it. And then I'll be able to throw that roselle in there at the end. Okay. Oh, listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. My hibiscus, I bought it from HD, orange box, and it was beautiful. I harvested the flowers, I harvested the leaves. It was so beautiful. It's supposed to have come back this year. It started to come back, and then something tore it up, and it just went to heaven. And I was so sad because it had survived winter. It survived everything. And then springtime come and something just destroyed it. Like first it ate all the leaves, and then I had things eating my rose leaves. Like my roses, the leaves was crying as the bugs swept through those leaves. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And it's a wonder because I have cucumber leaves and squash leaves out there, and they're just fine. They have some kind of fungus thing going on, but ain't no bugs eating them. I think they say once it survives and the plant is strong enough, it defends itself. But those roses that I got a bunch of those. Oh my goodness. I had planned on having the most beautiful moon rose garden ever, and something destroyed those leaves and destroyed the flowers. But I did harvest a lot of my rose flowers. I'm hoping that I can get some rose hips, so it's not over. So once your rose bush stops its flowering phase, it will make those rose hips, and I use those in my skincare products. Rose hip, believe it is as medicinal or more medicinal than the actual rose flowers. So I love using rose hips. You'll see a lot of people use rose hip in their oils. So if you have, say you have your own oil that you make for your skin, get you a couple of those rose hips and you will see it amped up like 10 times just from rose hips, adding that rose hip to it. It's like adding the jojoba oil because it's so close to our natural skin sebum. So that rose hip is really, really good. Jojoba will be first and then the rose hip will be next. So try and get you some. I always tell people, you know, if you find a good oil that you like, amp it up with some herbs. There are some herbs in the garden that are specifically that are really, really good for your skin, like hibiscus. We'll talk about that next week, but really, really good for your skin. And you can make it yourself. You don't have to go pay all these thousands and hundreds of dollars when you can infuse your own oils. Say if you find a really good oil that you like, an oil base that you like, add you some herbs to it and you will see it, like it's really, really good for you. If you break out and stuff, throw some basil in there, throw some rosemary in there, which will help relieve some of your allergen effects. Like if you're having your skin is having breakout and stuff, they're antimicrobial, they're antibacterial. These herbs, oregano, you can infuse oregano in the oil and it's antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Like you really want those things to infuse into the oils to help your skin, like really, really help your skin. I make this under eye oil, which is so good and it helps remove like dark spots under your eyes. I love making it. I can't give y'all the recipe though, because you know I'm trying to copyright it. But you can make your own. I've given y'all so many tips and so many things out here. You can build a business off of it. Let me see, what am I missing in the comments? I bought the red roselle in the house because our temperatures are dropping. Oh, that, yeah, like our temperature here, I think, went down to like 50. The leaves are good to eat, yeah. And they have a citrus flavor. I know that's right. Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, I wish y'all could smell this. Like, it smells so good. How's that cannon going, God's Desire? I'm going to have to, if you got a video, I need to watch a video of somebody making canning their tomatoes. What's her name? Faith Family Homestead. Last year, she did a video canning tomatoes. So I may have to go back to that. Oh, and what is the other one? Oh my goodness, the husband and wife. I love them too. I love so many channels, y'all. I do. And I'm telling you, I'll name them and you go follow them. You'll enjoy them the same way. You on your last batch now? Oh my God, no, that is fun. I have so many tomatoes. But the thing is, I know that it's my big tomatoes that I want to make because like there's certain tomatoes that can be used for paste, right? And certain that can be used for sauce. Am I correct? I think there is different. But I got so many of the little cherry tomatoes, and I have those early Jersey girl tomatoes that look like cherry tomatoes, but they're like orange. So I have them. I'm gonna know like what can I make sauce out of them or a paste, but it's good because I love adding when I made my spinach yesterday, I added the tomatoes to it from the garden. So good, y'all. So good. It's an Indian dish my friend had taught me to make, and then they have these Indian spices that you use. So good, so good. If you've never made it, check it out. I think it's not called Dolly. It's something else. But yeah, help me out with that because I got so many tomatoes. Let me know. Can I mix the cherry with the big ones? I got those big ones out there, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all gotta check out my little short. I did a short video on those. And I can't wait till they turn red. They're all green. They're big and juicy looking. Now I had the big, like narrow rounded ones, but these are the big plump round, like fat ones. So I'm excited about them. I need them to turn red, and it is on. There's about like 30 of them out there. I'm telling you, no lie, like 30 of them out there. Let me see. I gotta get closer to see the comments, y'all. Okay, so she said paste tomatoes have a lower water content. Ah, okay. Okay. And then you can still mix them. You just need to cook them down more. Okay. So that's good. So I will stew those bad boys down. So, okay. So I could put them all in there. I got some big ones and I got tons of the little cherry ones. Maybe cause the orange ones, they taste so sweet. Those Jersey Girl ones, they taste so sweet. They're so good. I definitely want to use them. All right, so I'm getting ready, y'all. We should be hitting our time with this that I'm gonna need. I'm gonna bring you guys over because I'm gonna need to strain it. I need to check it real quick, okay? Give me a second. All right. So, oh, I didn't tell y'all. This, let me say what the comment is first. So, nothing to do with the subject as I watch you. I am making buttery cashew crack brittle. What? Oh my God. I love brittle. Oh man, why you gotta make a video? You gotta make a video. Shoot, you know how popular the videos are of people making their own food like that? Listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I got this canary melon. We thought it was the Chinese melon. Honey, listen to me. I have never tasted anything so sweet in my life. Like, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, cantaloupe used to be so sweet and good. This thing right here puts a cantaloupe to the shame. Oh my God. This melon right here, y'all, I finally cut it. And I put that bad boy in my smoothie this morning. Oh, see that? That's a gnat. Drive me crazy because of the plants. Look at that. That is the canary melon. So you know I'm gonna harvest these seeds. We're gonna have these seeds for next year. I'm gonna wash them and dry them, honey. And it's gonna be on. Listen, y'all, I put this bad boy in my smoothie this morning, along with some watermelon. It was so delicious. I can't even tell y'all. It was so good. Okay? So I'm just going to check this. Looks like it's doing really, really good. Let me see. Okay, let me turn the camera around so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Y'all, this right here. Oh my God, it smells amazing. Like, it smells so good. Look at that color. Look how rich the color is. I don't know. I feel like it should just be boiling more. I'm trying to make sure I get all the medicinal properties out of this. But it's good because you know you can take a tablespoon of this and put it in some hot water and get all your health benefits from it. All right, I'll make sure I'm missing no comments. I'm gonna take this out. Yes, listen, and then look, hit me, tag me. I would love to see it. I don't know how to make it, but I would love to see it. Let me get my mittens and let me get a bowl that we can pour this in. It just smells so good, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Okay, y'all. I thought I lost my mom. Okay. So this is the container, my beaker. Then I'm going to pour it in. I need to clean it out first. I'm sorry, I should have been cleaned this out, y'all. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright, pray for me that this works, y'all. Maybe I should use a smaller strainer. Let me see. This one should be smaller. Yep, perfect. Alright. So what I'm doing, y'all, is I got a smaller strainer here that I'm going to pour it in and strain it all out. Okay. And I want to catch the herbs because, like I said, you do not have to immediately discard it and throw it away. You can, again, use it to put in your garden. You can use it for your compost tea. You can use it as mulch. Whatever you want, you can use it. Okay? So do not throw it away. It definitely still has medicinal properties in it. Okay, we've only boiled it for maybe a little over 45 minutes. We'll see. Let me turn it off. Okay. And I don't want it to splash, so y'all got a part of me, okay? Try and do this on camera. I think it's splashing out. Okay. It's up too high. Let me see. Remember, I'm trying to keep as much of this as possible. I don't want it to splash all out. Let me see. Can I do this? Rethinking. Let me see. I have a slotted spoon. I think this will work. Bam. I want to see if I can take all of the herbs out first, y'all. I'm just going to turn the camera around so y'all can see. I'm going to try and take the herbs out first. Put them here. In the strainer. I got lemongrass in here, y'all. Elderberry. Oh, don't forget I got cinnamon as well, which is helping that anise, star anise, sorry, helping that star anise smell heighten. I rehydrated the elderberries. I didn't realize they were that big. I've never seen elderberry Huge. Look, I've even rehydrated the, what do you call it? My lemongrass. I got lemongrass in here. If you guys haven't seen my lemongrass video, you guys have to check that out too. Cause I did a nice video. We had fun. But the lemongrass, that was what y'all requested. That one was requested. But I got ginger in here. I have garlic in here. And you want to strain it as much as possible. Get all of that out of there. Look at the cinnamon, y'all. Ooh, that's hot. And it's still coming out, even though I am separating it from the liquid. So I can just pour the liquid in. Thought it was easier to try and get these out. Look at the star anise. Can y'all see that? Me pointing to it? I guess not, huh? So, and I'm just mashing down on it because it's dropping. There's still liquid in these herbs, and I want the oil to come out and drop in that beaker. Oh, y'all had a lot of herbs in here, and it boiled down really good. Dropping all the herbs all over the place. What I'm going to do as well is I am going to put a date at the bottom of each of the jars so that I can still continue to sweeten it and it won't go bad. Again, you have to store this in the refrigerator. It'll last you a long time. It'll last you over a year. It will last you over a year as long as you keep it refrigerated. Okay? And I'm making a lot, so it's going to take a lot of honey. Look at that. This is the date. You know, pulled all the fiber out of there. Hopefully, got all of that. Now that was a lot of herbs. And they all serve their own purpose. No, and that's the sorrel right there. Or hibiscus, whichever one you want to call it. Alright, so I'm going to have to pour the rest. I'm going to get this out of the way though. Yeah. Alright, that should be good enough. Again, I am going to keep all of the herbs that I pour out of here. Okay, so. Alright. So look at that. And it's still giving me liquid, y'all. So you have to make sure you squeeze all that liquid out of there. You can hear that, right? Y'all hear that? It's still dropping liquid. And I don't want to squeeze this yet because I am sure it is burning up hot. I'm not going to discard it yet because as you can hear, there's still more liquid coming out. Okay. Let's see. Can I pick this up? And I think what I'm gonna do is put this in a Ziploc. I'm the queen of Ziplocs. Y'all, it feels hot. Look at that. Can y'all see? Is my arm blocking it? There's a lot of liquid in there. And this is why you don't want to discard it yet, because it still has a lot of liquid. Woo. It's hot, y'all. Can y'all see? I'm just squeezing the liquid out. There's still plenty of liquid in here. Ah, it's hot though. Woo. Now I want to put my hands on the bottom where it's dropping at. Okay, so I'm going to get a bag, and we're going to put that in the bag, Ziploc. I don't want to throw it away yet. Let me see, did I miss any comments? To keep that one word in there. Sweet thumb. Let's see what I miss, y'all. 90s too hot. We melted. Give it a new name, because I'll eat it with a spoon. Y'all funny. I know that's right. Ooh. Cashew brittle and then it's buttery. People end up in jail. Way less. Oh my God. I know that's right. You might have to pass that brittle around. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here, y'all. Put this in the Ziploc, because it will still strain out. I'm gonna close it up though. And I'll let it it'll slowly seep in the bag. If I need to add it or top off one of the jars, it will do that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna rinse my hands again. See? All right, so now let's pour the rest of this in here so we can add our honey. Now, I should go to edit now. Better. Let me pull y'all back just a little bit so I can add it in here. Okay. Y'all, this smells amazing. And again, I'm using a strainer because it's going to be some leftover residual herbs. Okay, good. I did get a lot in here. Okay. All right. Look at that, y'all. I got a lot. Thank you. I got a lot. Now, mostly what's down here at the bottom is my black seeds. That's down here. again, be careful with the seeds, especially if you're putting it back into your garden as mulch or anything like that, because it will pop up with some seeds. Okay, we'll let y'all see what's left in there. Just a couple, a little bit. See that? Nice and clear. Alright, so let me go grab the honey. In my jars. Okay, so I'm still gonna use this spoon. I'm gonna let this cool down just a few minutes. I'm gonna chat with y'all for a few minutes. Let this cool down some, okay? And then I'm gonna add the honey, all right? So I thank you guys for sticking around. Let me get my jars ready. Okay. So I'm gonna just turn it over here where I'm putting the jars at. I'm putting the jars here. I already sterilized them, cleaned them up. So no worries. Okay. And this one. I think I'm gonna have extra left over, guys. I really do. Look at this. You see this big jar that I made? This big thing. I made a lot, y'all. I made a lot. That's really good. Like 3 liters. What's the other side say? So this is a lot. It's cooling. I'm loving it. Look at how rich the color is. Y'all, look how rich that color is. It looks so good. You can still mix them. You just need to cook them down more. Okay. It's a paste to me. Let's have a... Okay, let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Okay. Yeah, cashews are one of my favorite, y'all. Let's see. What I miss? I'm going to post it in my community tab. Oh, you definitely should. Definitely. Thank you, God's Desire. Thanks, Mike. Isn't it? Thank you so much, sweet thumb. Listen, it smells as amazing as it looks. See that steam coming off of there? I'm trying to let some of that steam come off about 3 more minutes. Then I should be able to add the honey. I'm going to bring that temperature down some, okay? That's what I'm waiting for because I don't want it to burn off the honey. All right, then I'm just basically adding honey for nothing. So I don't want to. And the honey is going to thicken it up some more. This right here is going to be amazing cough syrup. Okay, smell-o-vision time. Smell-o-vision time. Thank you, PA. Thanks, Mona. It smells amazing. You guys got to make it. Like, you definitely have to make this. It just smells so good. It smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. And I am going to taste it for you guys, too. Once I add the honey, I'm going to give y'all I'm going to taste it. Let y'all know my work. And I always taste everything before I give it to anybody. Sorry, y'all, trying to get this ginger that fell in. Okay. And I still have this bag over here that is secretly releasing juices. I wonder, I may be able to make some more. Look at that. Might be able to still make some more with it. Yeah, I can't wait to taste it. I'm going to let you guys. You said how much do you figure out to be? Oh, a teaspoon. I would do, so depending on how sick. Normally a teaspoon a day for maybe 3 to 5 days for a child. I would do, if they're really, really sick, I would do 2 teaspoons a day, maybe one in the morning and one at night. I wouldn't do more than that. If you are an adult, I'll say, let me turn the camera around so y'all can hear me talking, so I'm talking directly to you. For a child, again, a teaspoon should be enough. A teaspoon a day for the next 3 to 5 days should be able to help them out, boost that immune system, help relieve the cough. If it's really bad, because remember, we're being proactive. So for school, we want to get them to make sure. The best thing is always to remind children to wash their hands, is important. But they're kids, so they're going to play, they're going to touch, they're going to feel. That's what they're going to do. So you want to get them a teaspoon a day for the next 3 to 5 days. If it's really bad, you can give them 2 tablespoons. I would say 5 and up. My granddaughter, my youngest one is 4, and so I would tell my daughter to give her maybe half a teaspoon. See how it does, but she tends to get sick because she's in preschool, so a half a teaspoon should be good. My grandson, he can take a full teaspoon with no problem, but for a little child, I would give him. This one is not as astringent. Like I said, you can make this stronger for an adult. You can up it by adding some peppers to it, the hot peppers to it, which would really, really give them that vitamin C boost and more antioxidant boost for their immune system. So again, if it's an adult, 2 teaspoons a day for maybe the next 5 days, or until it like starts to subside. If it starts to subside, just 1 teaspoon should be good. But if you're really, really sick, like I said, if it's a small child, give them 1 teaspoon a day. If they're really, really, that cough is heavy, or you see it getting worse, then I will up it to 2 teaspoons a day. But I wouldn't do more than that. This is really strong. Really, really strong. I used a lot of herbs in here. A lot. And I use a lot of strong herbs to really, really help that immune system. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the dates. I'm going to put a date at the bottom of each of the jar. And that will just helping to sweeten it up and helping to add to the sweetness. And then again, this is my jar here, and I'm going to put 2 dates in that one. Okay. Again, I'm sweetening it that way because this is meant for my grandchildren. I'm just making it sweeter naturally. Okay, no sugar. If you look at cough syrup, that's OTC, contains sugar. Sucralose, corn syrup is in it so that children will drink it, but that's really not good for them. That is a lot of medicine, isn't it? Yeah, I try to be proactive. Absolutely. Thank you for putting that info in there. It does. It does have a lot of beneficial properties. Besides its high fiber content, the fiber is phenomenal for the body because a lot of us don't use the bathroom like we should, especially children, which is why I put the dates in there. Because for my grandchildren, I like them to be regular and not building up toxins in their body, which is why children get sick a lot. So it's good for that. Again, like I said, make sure you tell them to wash their hands is important. A lot of schools are pretty good. They send out a list of supplies that they need. They'll ask for sanitizer and wipes and things of that nature for the children. And my daughter, she already got the kids' packs ready. Already ready. I was working on my grandkids' back to school supplies. So I got their supplies and stuff already set up too, getting it ready. Y'all know all the stores got everything for a quarter. All right, so it's ready. So I am going to turn the camera around. We're going to add the honey to it. Okay. Let that cool down. Cool down enough. It's not cold, cold. I don't want it to be cold, but I don't want it to be piping hot like it was. Okay. And then this is my honey. Hey, Jegs, if you out there, I'm going to need me some more honey. And normally, like, 2 cups of honey is normally good for this. And I'm just going to pour it. I'm going to use my own measurements. But normally 2 cups of honey should do the trick. Not the trick, I'm sorry. 2 cups of honey should be good enough. But I'm going to pour myself. And I'm going to add more as I need it. And again, let me thank you guys so much for still sticking in there, for hanging out with me this late. I appreciate you guys staying to the end to see me finish this all up. So I use that much honey. I'm probably going to need more, but we're going to see. Okay. And it's nice and thick in there. And I'm just stirring it, trying to get it mixed in there really good. Again, I don't want to use a metal spoon. I'm using a wooden spoon for this. Again, it has the garlic in it. It has ginger in it. All of those high medicinal things that we use throughout the year whenever we're sick or we may feel a little discomfort or diseased. So we're being proactive by putting it all together in this cough syrup blend we're making here. This is nice, guys, and it smells so good. I gotta give y'all smell-o-vision. Look how even it seems like the honey even kind of browned the color where it was like really, really red. Kind of like a purplish tinge from the elderberry. And then you have the sorrel in here. And remember, it's going to thicken up over time as well, okay? Let me see if I missed anything. Thanks, Felicia. Sweet 2 cups honey is like $5,000. Listen, especially some good honey. Listen, this honey here was it was not cheap, okay? It was not cheap. So I'm gonna add more honey. I'm adding maybe another cup. To me, feels like another cup. All right, I don't want it to overflow. Okay. I'm glad because it doesn't feel like I really put that much of dent in it. So I'm glad. You know I'm being greedy because I'm going to have some left over for my tea. Yeah, I'm stingy. This is for the grandbabies, y'all. It's for the family. And what I'm doing, I am stirring it so I don't feel the honey at the bottom anymore. So I feel like it's infused enough in there. Then I'm going to pour it into the jars. I'm not going to fill it all the way to the very top because it's going to thicken up as time go on. So I'm going to fill it all the way up to the rim. Probably going to get it to the top, the lid part of it. I'm going to get it to there. And it should thicken up on its own. Okay. Again, I'm just stirring so I get all that honey in there. So there's no honey at the bottom. It's still warm, so it should infuse in here really nicely. What y'all got planned this weekend? What y'all got going on this weekend? I really need y'all to see this color though. Like, look at this. This is amazing. Look, and it looks like, you know, that the brown cough syrup we used to have. That I used to call my doctor and be like, listen, the coughing and everything going right, especially allergy season. She would send me over that cough syrup, the one that puts you to sleep, that you take just a little bit so you can sleep enough to get you some sleep, but still get up in the morning for work. I do not need that anymore. You can ask my doctor. I don't think I've been to her for like a cold or anything. And I'm going to knock on some wood because thank God that studying herbalism, but thank God that she understands my journey that I'm on. So I appreciate that. Let's see. Pouring honey and gas make my eyes twitch. Wow. Maybe you have an allergy to honey. I know gas stink to me. A lot of people like the smell of gas. I do not. Listen. God's desire, you understand. Yeah, now, let's see. Is that a concentrate? If so, how much water do you mix with it per dose? How much of the medicine is mixed into the water? Eesh. Thank you, God's desire. Like I got a piece of herb floating in there. I'm going to take that out before I pour it. What I am feeling for, guys, at the bottom is making sure that the honey is completely infused in there so that there's no honey still at the bottom. Again, it's going to thicken up over time. Dang, I had that herb. Let it go. There we go. See it? Little piece of herb. Oh, missed it. There you go. There you go. Gotcha now. And more. That look like the echinacea. Oh, no, that was the mint. That's what that was. All right, so I am done. I'm going to fill the jars. So I'm going to take the camera over, and we're going to fill the jars. I'm going to do my best to do this without spilling it. So, yeah, honey ain't cheap no more, y'all. I told you, they mixing that honey with corn syrup. And all it is just sugar, y'all. So be careful when you buy it. Make sure you get 100% raw honey. That it is 100% honey. The guy that works at he has a booth next to my booth. He makes honey. He had blueberry honey. He has a farm, and he said that he have one called Wildflower because everything that's growing in the garden may have mixed with it. Thanks, God's desire. The last free summer. Ooh. Yeah, listen, my vendor booth thing is about to pick up. I just picked up 4 vendor spots. One is a jazz festival in Morrisville, Pennsylvania. They had to reschedule it. It was supposed to be this past weekend, and thank God, due to the weather, they canceled it. So they're rescheduling it, so I get a chance to be a part of that one. And then there's another one in Flemington, New Jersey, another jazz festival. I'm trying to get in on that one. I'm not sure if I'll make it, but we will see. All right, y'all, pray for me that I can get this poured without making a mess. It's hot too. And there go my first mess. Okay. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. I said I wasn't gonna fill it all the way up. As you can see, it's good right there. I made a little mess. Not a big one. A little one. cutting board. It'll survive. I just don't want to waste the liquid. Don't want to waste the corn syrup. I don't want to waste the cough syrup. Okay, so that's one done. Okay, pray for me, y'all. Okay, much better. I did better that time. Y'all see this? I'm gonna have like more than enough. I barely even, if you look, I barely touched that thing. Look at that. Thank you, Felicia. I'm gonna taste it too for y'all. Don't worry. I got y'all. I'll let y'all know how it tastes. Okay. So I'm gonna get these. Hold on, y'all. One of the things you have to do is you have to clean your jar rim. Take alcohol, peroxide. Make sure before you seal it that you clean the rim. Otherwise, it can go rancid. So make sure you wipe all around the lid, because you see how I spilled it? So you want to make sure you get all around that rim. Get all of anything that might have spilled around the rim. All around that rim. I'm just cleaning around my rim. And then I'm going to wipe the top of the rim as well. You don't want nothing on there when it's sealed, because it is going to seal. These mason jars will seal, especially from the heat. And that's what I wanted to do, because then I'm going to sit it in a nice dark place for a week so it can thicken up. I would check on it. I would shake it. That's why I left room at the top of it, because I am going to shake it. And the other thing is, don't super squeeze it tight. Just enough that it's taut. Okay? Just enough that it's taut, not super, super tight. I don't want to touch the inside of it. Okay? Just enough that it's taut, not super, super tight. But the heat in it will seal it. Okay? And plus I can't do it super tight anyways, not with this thumb. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's not super tight. Okay? Look at that, y'all. Can y'all see that? Let me bring y'all up closer. Look at that. That cough syrup looks amazing. Yes. Yep. I absolutely do. This is what was left over. And you don't throw it away. And again, it should still seep some liquid out, and I want to catch that too. Let me close the bag up. Okay, I want to catch that too. Any liquid that comes still straining out of this bag, I want to catch that too. And I am going to squeeze it and get some more liquid from it. Then I'll be able to add, if I have to add more honey, I will do that. So now this is my big jar, which as you guys can see, this is way, way more than this jar. So I do have additional jars, which I will fill up, but I'll do it off camera. I'm not going to keep you guys for that, because I'm going to have to sterilize those jars. Only sterilize these ones that are right here. Look at that. Oh, it looks so good, y'all. Other thing. Label, label, label. If you make anything and you put it in a jar, please label it. Please, you don't want to get and forget what is in it. We're taught if you don't know what's in that jar, you do not use it. Okay, if you can't remember what you tinctured, what you infused, you do not use it, because you can cause yourself to be sick or someone else to be sick. Okay? So I'm just gonna, whoop, knocking the camera over. Sorry, y'all. Can y'all see that? That nice big jar there looks good. I'm just gonna add a little teeny bit more. Okay. So now I'm going to clean it with my spray. Oh, here we go. And I'm just gonna clean around the rim. So label it, clean the lid of your jar. You don't want anything going rancid, okay? Because you didn't clean your jar. And clean that top lip, all right? Oh. All right. So I will shake this again. Not too tight, just taut enough. All right, it's hot. My jar is still hot, okay? So actually, I think I might leave just, no, it should be fine. That's what these jars is meant for, hot liquid. Okay, so that's my jars, y'all. Look at that. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. I feel like I made the cough syrup that is at that we get from the store. So here we go. I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna take out a clean spoon. I'm gonna just take a little bit out and taste it. Let's see. All right. So I got my spoon. Cough syrup normally tastes nasty, but I'll tell you how this one tastes. It definitely tastes like cough syrup. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like cough syrup. It does taste like cough syrup, but this is better than cough syrup. Let me see. I feel warm inside. It actually was quite tasty because I could taste the honey. I definitely could taste the star anise. That is the star of the show. I taste the elderberry in it. The star anise, the elderberry, I taste in it. It has the licorice taste of it is definitely overpowering everything else. So I know that that's the star anise, and it's the cinnamon. We forgot to talk about how important cinnamon is and the health benefits of cinnamon. That cinnamon is a good one. So they complement each other. So the star anise, the cinnamon, the elderberry all complement each other. Normally when you put ginger in with a lot, that ginger is very overpowering. It overpowers everything else. It muted the ginger. It muted it, and I put a lot of ginger in there, y'all. I put a lot of ginger because getting my grandkids to drink ginger in the tea, yeah, that's not happening. So they could smell it and they be ready to dump the cup out. So this muted the ginger. The lemongrass is there. It's not as strong. Again, the elderberry. I know that the black seed is potent. And believe it or not, I really don't need the moringa. I didn't need the moringa. So this is highly potent because I could taste it. It tastes like it's like a strong decoction. It's good. It's actually pretty good. The honey did it. And then plus I have the dates sitting at the bottom of there. Them dates definitely going to add to the sweetness. It's not bitter. If I could say that, it's not bitter at all. And I made some bitters. It's not bitter, but it's not super sweet like that. Not yet, anyway. It's not super sweet like that. But the honey gave it just that boost to, kind of knock some of the licorice. But the licorice taste, that limonene, is still there too. So it was good though. I ain't even gonna lie. It was good. I'm gonna throw this spoon away. So it was good and that was fun. What did you guys think? So let me get y'all a last picture of them that I got. What did you guys think? What do you think? And actually, I had to make another small jar. But this is the big one. That's going to be fun. Because this will last. Again, if you put it in the refrigerator, it will last you for over a year. You only need a teaspoon of it. I use a lot of herbs. If you're going to use a lot of herbs like I use, it will last you a good while and you will not need a lot. It will do the job. You have a lot of antioxidants in there, a lot of antimicrobials in there, a lot of anti-inflammatory herbs. So you have a lot of that in there. And I still have all of this left. So I'm going to actually put that in a jar too. But that is it. It looks so beautiful. Like, it looks really, really good. So I'm going to wait for that to thicken up. It's going to thicken up some more. What I'll do, once it starts to thicken up, I'll come back and do a community post and take a picture of it so you can see the difference. You'll see the difference once it starts to thicken up. And it will thicken up. Okay? That honey is what's going to make it thicken up. Wow, I thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. I thank you so much for coming along this journey to make this cough syrup. I really, really needed it. I wanted to be proactive this year. My grands, they get sick. Oh my goodness, so much. And then they have allergies on top of it. Then once they got all this stuff running around in the community, and you want to strengthen your immune system. You want to give your immune system a boost. You want to be on top of it before it happens. So I definitely did that. And we also infused some olive oil this evening. We infused some olive oil tonight. I do still have to add the rosemary to mine. So you guys got to add some to yours. I also share with you guys my ginger bug that I started. So I started my ginger bug. We got some infused olive oil. And then I have some herbs that I have to put away that I have. Let me see what I missed. You guys are the best. I thank you so much. I am truly blessed that you guys took some time out of your evening to hang in here with me tonight all the way to the end. I can't thank you enough. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you that is here hanging out with me. Thank you so much, God's Desire. What did I miss? Sweet Thumb, you are you are funny. Listen, you can pretend you got an itchy throat, and there's nothing wrong with being proactive. Mike, thank you so, so much. Thank you, guys, for everybody that answered in the chat. God's Desire, Mike, Felicia, everybody here. Shantae G, thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate you guys so much. What you thinking about, Felicia? What I missed? You want to try it, Mona? Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, listen, go and make some. You can make some. You absolutely can make this. Well, I don't know. I use a lot of herbs. You can simply, like I said, you can shorten the list of herbs. Use the star anise. Use the cinnamon. You definitely need the cinnamon. You need the star anise. You need the garlic. The ginger, that's up to you. You don't have to use the ginger, but you definitely need the garlic. You need the cinnamon. You need the star anise. You need the elderberry. And I'm going to say you definitely need the black seed too, because again, black seed expels mucus. It gets the mucus out. So normally with the cough and congestion, that's a buildup. So you want to get an expectorant or a mucilage herb that was going to expel the mucus out of the body and allow the body to heal itself. So the black seed, the star anise, you need the cinnamon, you need the garlic. What else did I put in here? Like I said, if you could use the echinacea is great. It's for being proactive for coughs and colds. So, to make the one that I made, I don't know. So just those 5 herbs that I gave you, if you figure, but think now, if you buy them by the bag or if you're growing them in your garden, it's not going to cost you much. If you're growing hibiscus, if you growing, you might not be growing star anise, you may not be growing black seed. You can buy those again. I think this black seed, this one was a little bit more costly. I got this one from an African market. I think he charged me $6 for this one. What did I pay for? Oh, I had a bigger bag. This bag here cost me $10. So, but again, I didn't use it all. I think I used 3 tablespoons of the black seed. So you figure you're investing in yourself to have black seed, but you can buy a small bag of black seed, definitely for $6. Elderberry, how much did I pay for my elderberry? I think my elderberry was a little bit more on a costlier side. It wasn't too much though. And most of these herbs I have, so this star anise was $6.99. Yeah, the star anise was $6.99. The cloves was $5.99, and the cinnamon was $4.99. So, and the cloves are beneficial too. If you don't know about cloves, please look that up. Cloves are beneficial too. So I would say definitely use them. So I would say pick 5 things out of what I used, and try to definitely use the cinnamon. This star anise is great for making a cough syrup. The elderberry is great for making a cough syrup. You definitely need that. So definitely, so you looking at cinnamon, elderberry, and star anise as definites. And if you can't get black seed, it's okay. There are other herbs that are mucilage too, so that you could use, maybe something that you're growing. But if not, definitely use the echinacea. A lot of people are growing purple coneflower. I know you can buy the coneflower from the box stores normally around this time. I don't know why they sell them late summer like this, but yeah, you can normally find them. Make sure if you forage for it that it's not sprayed or anything like that. Otherwise, the medicinal properties are taken away from it through herbicides and insecticides. Let me see what else. I didn't even use everything that I had planned on using, but that's okay because I used enough. I used the chicory. And chicory I got for free. I foraged the chicory. So let me see what else. The chicory. Let's see. The oregano you can grow in your own yard. If you're growing oregano, look, you got it. It's free. You don't even have to worry about it. A lot of people grow oregano. That's a good one. Thyme. I'm actually growing thyme, but what happened is I had these little bags of thyme that I got from Wacky World. So I decided to use this because this was already broken down. This is what I had in the bag, the little baggie, this thyme and the oregano. And I think these are like $2.99, $3.99 in the store. So I would say pick 5 ingredients and make your cough syrup. As long as you have the garlic in there, as long as you have the star anise, the elderberry, and the cinnamon in there, and then pick another herb. Like I said, I started at the beginning of this video, I said, pick something that you feel that you're gonna need in that cough syrup, what you wanted to focus on as far as health-wise. So you pick whatever you want. You can use chamomile. Say you wanna add a sedative to your cough syrup. You want something that's going to calm the lungs, calm the body to go with it. You can definitely add chamomile to it. Okay, chamomile is a nervine. It is a sedative. It is a calming herb. You can add chamomile. Definitely add chamomile to it and skip, over a lot of the other stuff. I picked things that I wanted to use in there because I knew, particularly based on like how often my grands get sick, type of sicknesses that they're always catching from these other kids. I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't just want to have a cough syrup that was going to relieve them, but I wanted to some herbs that was going to fortify them, put back nutrients in their body, because we become deficient in vitamins and minerals when we're sick. So I wanted something that was putting it back into here. And then I chose things like cloves that's going to help their body fight. So again, it's up to you. Just really, you can, to be honest, you could take some garlic and honey, and I showed y'all that. You could take garlic and honey, and that's a cough syrup. That actually is not a, it's, well, yeah, you can use it as a cough syrup. What it is for sore throats. So you know how people get that really heavy cough and stuff? That garlic and honey is great for soothing the throat. I make my grands, like last year, I made sure my daughter had raw honey so that when they were sick, she got that honey to help with the cough and their throat, especially for little children, because they're not able to communicate, their pain like older children can. But honey helps to soothe that throat, sore throats. So I already have garlic and honey already ready for if they need that. I already had that already, and it's still good. I made it last year. Keep it in the refrigerator. It can last you for several years as long as you keep it in the refrigerator. Okay? Let me see. I've got to look closer for the comments. I hope I answered your question, PIA. You want to see Mona try it? I need to harvest some herbs and infuse some oil. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely. Listen, you get you a bottle of olive oil. Again, the other thing with olive, if you're using olive oil, you may not use olive oil, whatever oil that you're using. You want to make sure that it doesn't come from multiple countries. That it's one country that olive oil comes from. So, yes. Listen, I put garlic and rosemary in my olive oil, the one that I'm cooking with. And make sure if you missed it, if you guys are catching a replay, I thank you for that too. Hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you came here and caught the replay. That lemongrass is good too. I did a whole video on that. It'll be... Yeah, my herbs last a long time. Thanks, God's desire. Appreciate you. If you grow, anything that you're growing is better. Yes, that garlic infused honey is the best. Yep. Thyme is good, believe it or not. One day I'll have to do a video on just culinary herbs that we use in the kitchen, like the cloves, the bay leaves, the thyme. I think I did oregano already, but you guys have to check that out. Right. So... Listen, if you guys try this and you make your own cough syrup, please tag me so that I can watch you do it. I love to see it. I love to see it. I'm doing what am I? 19-minute countdown. We're going to end it at 1. If I just want to make sure there's no questions. I can end it before that if you guys are tired. I really don't like to steal too much of your time. Oh, thank you. Oh, I know that's right. Thank you, Felicia. Absolutely. She reminded us that time is really good. Yes, thank you, Mona. So again, I made that. The only thing I'm gonna add to this, guys, I got to add the rosemary. I'm telling you, if y'all got some potatoes at home, But this garlic and some rosemary. And don't forget, you need to let this sit and infuse for a while. And then also make the rosemary, I'm going to dry it and put it in here. Although I use fresh garlic, I have some fresh rosemary. I have some fresh thyme too that I got from the farmer's market. Whenever I'm using it for culinary purpose, I like to get the fresh ones. It's so funny, but I harvest the rosemary out of my garden and I'll use it. I like using it for my skincare products more than I like using it for cooking, but I do dehydrate it and use it for my cooking as well. Thank you, PIA. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Hey, come on back. Let's continue to go together. I appreciate you so much. Come on back, definitely, and I'll check out your channel. And guys, please, everybody that's on this live, please check out their channel. Please go check out. Everybody on here has amazing content, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube. I love everybody that's on this channel. I follow their channel. They're great people, and I'm telling you, you will love their content. And then don't forget to check us out Monday nights at midnight, Tuesday night, Monday night with Mona, Tuesday with Felicia. Or is it? Am I saying it backwards? So midnight. Technically it's Monday, but we'll say Sunday for Mona's live, and then Monday night Felicia's live. Please check out their channel, God's Desire. She puts some beautiful things on Instagram. Go and check it out. PIA, I've even checked out your channel. Go check her channel out, Passionately Intrigued. Amazing channel. Mike, I love his channel, love his gardening. And Mike, I'll be wanting to see more of that cooking that you be doing. But everybody on here, thank you so much. Serena, Christina, everybody, anybody that's watching in the bushes, I appreciate you guys so much. This was so much fun. I love doing it this way, sharing some content with you guys that you can do. And I'm sorry that I used a lot of herbs. I hope I didn't confuse you by using all of them. I started at the beginning of the video saying you want to pick some herbs based on what it is that you want to do with the cough syrup, what you wanted to do for the body. So you can alter the herbs. You do not have to use the exact same herbs. I gave you a basis to start from. Again, the garlic, star anise, the cinnamon, and then work your way from there. Work your way from there. I gave you 3. Work your way from there, okay? The cinnamon, that star anise, the garlic. Oh, you need the honey, so that you can't get rid of the honey. If you're making a cough syrup, you need the honey. Again, get organic, okay? Try to go organic as possible, 100% pure honey, okay? So that you have, you're making the best for yourself and your family, or if you're even selling it, you want to make the best, okay? And don't forget, I am going to come back and share with you guys what it looks like after a couple days, okay? After it starts to thicken up, you guys will see that. It'll be thick like this. I'm going to show you this, the other one that I made. This one is the one that I use for sore throat. This is just onions and honey. This is an infusion, and it is so good just for a sore throat. So you don't have to go of just garlic and honey. You can use onions and honey, and it does the same thing. I do have a garlic one with honey, but this onions and honey is great for a sore throat as well. You're so welcome, God's Desire. Shantae, if I miss saying you, I'm sorry, sweetie. That's everybody in this chat is amazing. FR, thank you so much, sweetie. Mona, thank you. You know I love you so much. Thank you. Yes, please, if you have a channel, if you guys go live, please put that in the channel, okay? Please put that in the channel because I want everybody to check out each other channel. Aw, thank you so much, Sweet Thumb. You were fun. So thank you so much for jumping on in here. I think you had us laughing a lot. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Coming in and hanging out. You guys hung out with me for a long time. I've never been on this long. This is the fun we normally have on Mona and Felicia's channel late night. But please check them out. Take for the rosemary and garlic flavors to start flavoring the oil. I'm going to say let it sit a week. If you can let it sit 5 days, that's great. It should start to infuse anyway. But the thing is, if you keep it in a cool, dry place, I'll give it a week. Give it a week, and then you should start tasting that flavor. It actually will flavor. Hey, growing with Hudson. How you doing? Up this late at night. How you doing? We got 13 minutes. How you doing? Come on in and say hi to everybody in the chat. But this is a good one. This onions and honey. This is a really good one for your sore throat. But you see how thick that is? Now, you know what? This is an amber jar, y'all. I'm asking y'all to take a look at. I'm sorry. It's probably hard to see. I'm trying to. Oh, well, maybe you can see it in there. But this been infusing. And this one, I got a lot left. I didn't have to use a lot. Like I said, I thank God I'm gonna knock on the wood. I was not that sick this year. Only sick I had got, y'all, was eating somebody's bad food twice this year. And I did it to myself because I said I wasn't going back. And 6 months later, I go back and I'm freaking sick again. I will never, ever eat from there ever again, ever. I've only been sick this year from eating bad food when I should have just cooked it myself. So I'm glad you are good. I am good. We made some cough syrup tonight. And in a couple minutes, I'm going to go back over to the cough syrup and let y'all. Hey, and guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me tonight. I truly appreciate you doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And then I made my lady tea tonight, too. I made some good tea. You really won't miss it. If you use things like honey, I know some people use agave. They have that stevia plant. There's different ways that you can sweeten it. So eucalyptus, guys. Remember I told you there were certain things that I did not put in here. I didn't put the moringa. I didn't come back and put the eucalyptus. I did a video on eucalyptus and all its benefits. I'm sorry, y'all. Like my mouth. And it had it's so good for your upper respiratory. On me. This thing is so funky. Try to tell me my Wi-Fi wasn't working. I purposely turned on Wi-Fi because normally it always gives me a hard time. Good night, Shantae. My ankle is still ankling. My ankle's still messed up. My thumb and my wrist, the pain goes all the way here. But I keep it in my sleeve, my little protective thing, splint. And it's been protecting it. And my ankle is, I can't go flat, like walk flat. I'm still walking down on my ankle. The pain goes up the back of my ankle. So, but I'm going to physical therapy. He's a quack. I'm sorry, he's a quack. There's no other way to describe it. But I'm going, and that's the key, is to go. I'm taking it slow. I was trying to rush myself to get better fast because I'm not used to, like, not working. Y'all know I'm always at work. Y'all know I'm always at work. And it's hard for me. And so, but I had to slow down. So God says slow down, and I'm listening. So, but my mind and the rest of my body is fine. Like, you know, it's doing what it's doing. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Listen, I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for coming to join my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll be checking out your channels. I appreciate you so much for coming along. Listen, you can do this. You can, I just showed you a way to do it. You can definitely make it your own, okay? You don't have to follow mine to the T. So you can definitely do this. So listen, I'm going to end it here. I know I got 7 minutes, but I'm going to end it here because you guys been hanging in there with me. And I appreciate that. And I don't want to take up all of your time. I've already taken up enough of your time. Hey, D-Mood, how you doing? So I'm going to show y'all what the cough syrup look like now, the final look of it, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you truly for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. I don't care if you came in the last minute or you came in the first minute. I truly appreciate it. Listen, don't forget y'all add some glamour, and we're going to continue to grow together, okay? So let me show y'all the what it look like. This is the cough syrup that we made tonight. We are being proactive about, these are for my grandchildren. This is also for my children, my daughter. I might amp hers up, y'all. I told you you can amp it up by adding some peppers to it. How you doing? Who's that? Growing Hudson, Andy Mood. Thank you so much. Go ahead and definitely hit that replay for me. And it's still hot, y'all. So it will thicken up over time. And this is what it looked like. This is the cough syrup. I have a lot in there. So we did a good job. I wanted to make a lot. And it will last you. If you put it in the fridge, it will last you over a year. I have dates at the bottom just to sweeten it up because it is for the grandchildren. And we do not throw away our herbs and things that we use. I'm going to put this in my compost, or I'm going to put it in my, not just a compost, but you can put it in your tea, your compost tea, or you can use it as mulch in your garden. Yes, I have elderberry in it. I definitely have elderberry in it. But go ahead and catch that replay. I'm telling you, you'll see everything that I added. I added so many herbs to it. This is the bag of the herbs that was in there. We made it a herbal cough syrup tonight. All right. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming on in. Please hit the like button before you head out. And I want you guys to have a wonderful night. Do not forget, add a little glam, and we're going to continue to grow together. Okay? We are growing together and learning together, making life better for us on our way to wellness. Okay? I thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. Good night. Good night, Felicia. Good night. God's Desire, Growing with Hudson, D-Mood. Let me see who am I missing. Mona, Mike, Serena, Shantae. Who else? I know there's way more people in here. Let me see. I don't want to forget anybody. PIA was here. Everybody that stopped in here. Sweet Thumb. I'm gonna forget you, child. Sweet Thumb. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everybody that was helping in the chat. I couldn't have did it without you guys. I appreciate you so much. Christina, everybody that came in, anybody that was watching from the bushes, and anybody that's on the replay. Hey, I thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.